You're watching the television fella. Tracy has some great content. So keep watching. He'll show you stuff you never even knew existed for your television.
That's the Intellivision game, or
What?
KC? KC.
Television fella. Take it away, Tracy.
That still makes me laugh every time. What's going on, guys? Intellivision Gamer here, and this is the Intellivision Show, episode 115. So I want to welcome everyone from this channel and the Retro Gamer channel. We have a fun show today. Actually, this show started out, it was going to be Horse Racing Live and Name That Game. And then we were going to do the tournament once that started, because I usually plan my shows out weeks ahead of time. And sometimes things happen like this week. So we have the tournament, and then I got a hold of the programmer from Frantic, and I've been chatting with him. He's going to come on. We're going to do an interview about, talk to him and about the game. And then we also have some new news. I was product testing with another guy that's doing coding. He happens to live by me, FDR for Prez. I do a lot of stuff whenever he needs a test because I have everything. So he was over, and we were doing some 4-player gaming on the Sprint. And I will show you, I have a few games set up for that, and I'll tell you about it, how it works, and it should be coming soon. So looking forward to that as well. So kind of cool, turn into a pretty cool show. We're going to have all the regular segments as well, mail call, news, Homebrew Highlight. And I picked an older game, and it's fitting because it is also a multiplayer game that we're going to show off the 4-player, and that is Fubar, programmed by Michael Hayes and published by Intellivision Revolution. So we've got all that. Now, if you like Intellivision content, guys, please hit that like button. It really does help early on. And you can find all my links to social medias and different things in the description of every video, along with my email. And I'm on Facebook, Instagram, AtariAge, Discord, pretty much everywhere but X/Twitter. I don't know why. I've just never, ever been a part of that. I always say I'm going to, just to follow. You get some information ahead of time whenever you follow certain places on that. So let's go ahead. We're going to do the quick intros. We're going to say hi to everyone, and then we are going to do the game contest, and I'll show you guys the score of that. We'll talk a little bit more about it, but first, a show update. Like I said, a lot of things happened this week, and I moved the show to next week. That was Horse Racing Live and Name That Game. We'll have a fresh new Name That Game with a lot of different kinds of clues all mixed up, and it'll take some time because we'll do it the nice way where it looks better. We're also going to play a full game of Horse Racing Live, which will take about an hour plus. We haven't done that in a while actually now, and especially a full game. So that should be fun to do. Channel update. I'm working on, I know there's a lot of new YouTubers, and I do like to support. I just haven't had time to do anything. Like, I haven't even had anything up for my members. I've been working 7 days a week, and I am going to do something, though. I do want to do something with links for all of the YouTubers, friends of the channel, I guess you could say. I do want to do something with that, and I'll be having something as soon as I can get some time to do it. So if you're wondering why I don't say things, that's just why I haven't had time, but I am going to do that. I do want to support everyone that I watch. Personal update. Whoa, what a week for me. I've been doing the pinball tournaments, Off Grid Arcade and G Parker with my micro. Mike has a micro, and I have a pinball machine that's a micro. So my son and I, and this week we've been doing the tournaments, and this week I got my wife to play. I was going to get my daughter up here, but she has a broken shoulder, if you guys haven't heard already, and I didn't want her trying to move around. She's been kind of taking it easy. So I've been doing that every week. We've been having fun with the micro. Let's see. She's got, like, my daughter's shoulder, she's got 6 more weeks. So, and it's really hard because she feels good. So now she's trying to do more, and I'm like, keep having to remind her. And I told the teacher, if you see her doing things, please tell her not to, because they said she can hurt it if she's moving it around. She can move her arm and elbow, but she can't do any of this. So we'll see. And this weekend, I worked Saturday and then went right to my brother-in-law's, got home changed, went to my brother-in-law's 50th birthday party. It was mostly a bunch of family, but it was an adult party, but we took kids too. And there was a lot of his friends there too. We had a good time. They have a backyard that's set up for hosting people. And we had 7 shots. I told my wife, who I usually let her drink when we go somewhere, and I'll drive. And I told her it's my brother-in-law's 50th. He's going to want to have shots. So I had 7 shots with him. He spaced it out this time. Usually I get him pretty toasted. And then I went to work the next morning. And what is the... I've also been working a lot with Steve Ettinger. Chip Shot 2. Man, that game's so good. I know you guys have heard me say it a few times, but constantly making things better, adding new features. There's some really cool stuff. I can't wait to talk about it. I don't want to spoil it too much. And been working on the game room too. Like, it probably doesn't, it looks like it, but there's so much to do in here, and I have so little free time. I have so many vacations and trips to see the grandson who's out of state, that my time to just do something extra is almost none. But I do want to get the game room up enough to where I can show it off. It should be soon. But yeah, and then today I go to work, and I don't know, 9:30, we have a cat. I thought I already said this because I was telling the guys backstage. I'm like, wait, I didn't say it yet. He's not doing well. Like, he's so loving. He found us. We live out in the country, and he is just amazing little loving cat. He's a male. He's not fixed, so he's out chasing other cats, if you know what I mean. And he gets in fights with the other males that are around. And he got some kind of real bad infection, and he's just laying around. The day before, when I got home, I went to pet him and said his name. He didn't even open his eyes or move. He just went, "Ooh." He just did like a little, I hear you, or, you know, I feel your pet, but he didn't even look up or move. I was like, okay, we got to call the vet. And then we noticed he has like a big abscess on his neck, and it's hot. And we think he got an infection from one of the bites and one of his scuffles. So we're getting him fixed, and the wife and the kids are going to go pick him up probably within the next hour. So we're kind of waiting on that. And then about $1,000 later, between all of this and getting him neutered and all his shots, might as well do it all. So I'm like, oh boy, that's going to cut in the budget. It's like, oh, well, I guess I'll work another weekend. I got to stop buying stuff because it's so easy. We have endless overtime that I just keep saying, oh, I want that. So I'll just work another weekend. Just keep adding. I'm 6 weeks straight by Mother's Day. I'm taking Mother's Day off regardless. But we got a lot of fun stuff in that as well. And you got to work if you want to do all that fun stuff and buy all the crap that you want to buy. And I'm getting too old for that 6-7 weeks straight stuff. I mean, I don't do hard physical labor. I stand a lot. I work on equipment. I use my hands a lot. Yeah, have fun with that one, Mike. Poe's not here, so if Mike is, he'll like that one. But, you know, it's like I'm not outside building fences and digging trenches and stuff like that. So it's not too bad to work 7 days a week. I don't work more than 8 hours. So, you know, just part of it. I'm just glad that it's there, because every time I want to buy something or need something, I just work. All right. Long intro. There's a poll, guys. So one of the guys can't make it. I hope Poe is he's having equipment troubles. I hope he can get it fixed soon. He actually messaged me at 1:30, and if I had seen it and didn't have a crazy day, I could have found someone to come on. So we'll either do a 3 tonight, or I'll play, and my score won't count, but I'll play and have some fun maybe. Hopefully he's back up and running soon. So we should have 3 people. DJC should be coming in anytime. Let's see if he's in the chat. I don't know. Oh, there's lots of chat. All right, so there's a poll. Who's going to win tonight? Don't vote for Poe unless you want to be funny, because he won't be in it. So, all right, let's say hi to everyone real quick, and then we'll get to our tournament. Tofu was here first. I think twice his comments got removed. I did happen to see them. I think one of the ways that I get them removed is I went and did some testing with Aaron, the programmer from Frantic. And when I get out of here and go into another one, I think it ended my poll. It does all kinds of stuff. So Benville's here as well. Good to see you. Code was here early. P.J. Smith. Keith is here. Famous or Crispy. Chris is here. Definitely voted for myself. You have to. You have to have faith in yourself. What's up, Retro? Pine Soul. Swede. Torque is here. What's going on, Torque? Tim is here as well. Tofu. Yep. DK Astro Smasher. Oh, yeah, that's Dale. He got that. in honor of Mike's Gaming Gala, who said he didn't like Astro Smash. I forgot about that. When I was reading it, I'm like, oh man, I know who that was. And you said Dale. I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Salvatore's here. Next week, Salvatore, full 10 race horse racing live, and name that game. Rick's here. What's going on, Rick? I'm going to try to move through this quick, guys. Just say hello to everyone. Michael Doherty's here. What's going on, sir? Frosso Cats. First time here. Got my sprint recently. Enjoying the good old games. That's awesome. If you have any questions, reach out to me. You can find me under the Intellivision Gamer anywhere. I'm glad to help you if you have any sprint questions or just, any other Intellivision stuff in general. I'm pretty much an expert, and I'm glad to help. Okay, Collier, what's going on? Retro gaming rules. Yes, definitely. Tim Babcock, $2 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Pierre's here. So Pierre goes on before me. He's another one of the main ones because he does Intellivision that I want to have as a friend of the channel and do something for. But he goes on Mondays. Pierre is at 3:30 to 3 or 3:30 to 4:45. That's Pacific time. He does Intellivision on Mondays before me, and he is really good, very knowledgeable, plays Intellivision games, always supports all the other YouTubers, friends of his channel, and it's fun to watch him. I was on there listening for a while while I was getting ready, and then I was watching the last little bit once I was done enough. Cyrus, the current Astro Smash leader, the leader. Can anyone unseat him today? I don't know. Galaga guy, what's going on, sir? Good to see you. Another YouTuber, does a lot of arcade stuff, and he's a younger guy, and he loves old arcades. That's awesome. Galaga is one of my favorite shooters of all time. Obsidian Contraption. Oh, who's that? Nice shades on, kicking back. He says, Cyrus who? That's what his banner says. It says Cyrus who. We'll bring him on in just a minute. Star Paddler, what's going on? Yes, Frantic. Fun new game. Buzz, what's going on? When Corey Elite membership, you need an army to take on the Mantis. The Mantis is tough. If you guys were here, he whooped on me a while back, took all my sprints. He left one because he didn't see the one hooked up. He got an empty box on one of them. Bears fan. Yes, every week. I've been going almost 3 years, I think. Every Monday, 5 p.m. I think I've missed one or two. And I think I recorded all but one where I just did some kind of recorded show. I always try to make it. It's weird, but it's like, it feels weird if I don't. Sometimes I'm out of state. There's nothing I can do. And Mondays just always seem to work to make it. So Megan, what's going on? Good to see you as well. Kelly's here. She's going to root on her husband off grid. He's going to be competing tonight. Brian F. Are we almost done? I hope so. Oh, we're not. I'm just about to buy the Intellivision Sprint. I'm highly debating it. Got to play it this weekend for the first time and really enjoyed it. It's a fun system, especially whenever you get it loaded. It's really cool what you can do with it. A Galaga guy, I'm jealous of him because he was at the Midwest Gaming Classic. I was there last year. Couldn't make it this year. So much going on, so much money going out, only so much vacation and time. But yeah, I'm probably going to be there next year. But this was a special year, and it was packed. 25th anniversary. Started like in a basement or something like that 25 years ago. And it's now, I'm pretty sure it's the largest show. And it covers all gen of gaming, board games, so many levels and rooms and square footage. It's insane. It takes a long time just to quickly walk in and look at every room, let alone go through it all. As I'm sure Galaga guy now knows. Kurt Bradshaw's here. Yes, I had shots on the weekend. The young guys, they take shots and they have little drinks. They don't come to work the next day. I'm like, let one of the older guys show you how it's done. Didn't affect me at all. One of these days when Chuck makes it to PRGE, I'm going to have some shots with that man. I'm looking forward to it. I got beard hitting mustache hairs touching my nose. I hate that. You can't hear anything. Oh God, don't do that to me. I panicked. I look around. I'm like, wait, I can see the meter moving. I'm not on mute, but I did panic for a quick second. Talk all that time and nobody heard anything. That'd be hilarious. And then I'm like, I saw Chuck comment or shake his head. Creamy and Sherby? Yeah, we have one inside cat. We have two outside cats that found us. They're just loving cats. We could, we had to take care of them. We feed several others too, by the way, and some opossums and raccoons, whatever else feels like eating the food. We buy a bunch of bags of food every month at Costco. What's going on, Paul? Joey Vibes is here. Sean Olson, what are you doing on this account? Yeah, a lot of people back there have massive power or issues maybe right now. Big storm. Mike Wolf. Try to say it like Cyrus does. I can't do that voicing. My voice is already feeling funny. We had some bad storms, some of the worst, instantly flooded, massive thunder that just shook the whole house. I'm like, I live in sunny California in the valley. We don't see anything but a lot of heat usually, but that was one of the craziest storms ever. If you guys got that, I can only imagine what it's like back there. Thumper Squid. What's up, Johnny? Ontario, Canada, welcome. Canadians are awesome collectors and gamers. There's so many of you guys, and it's amazing how many game collectors live in Canada. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that a little bit tonight. Very sad. I can't believe it happened. It can happen to any one of us. And, he's such a good guy. Basically, he's the Atari version of what I do, but he's been doing it twice as long. And we'll talk about that in a little bit. Dark Underdog. Yeah, that's pretty cool. We only just got it going, and we have a keyboard hack file, and I have 3 games set up, and I'll show you guys and talk about a little bit of it tonight. But it is coming, and I'll tell you about the rest of it that you need as well. All right, Mike's Gaming Gal is here. What's going on, Super Mike? 164 days until PRGE. Nice. So PRGE 2 weeks before my grandson's first birthday. I will be 3 more times right by PRGE, and then 2 weeks after the third time we get back from his first birthday, I'm going right back. And I drive. I don't fly. I don't like to be limited to what I can buy. Nice. Be nice to meet you, sir. Yeah, how was the cell phone service? Because I know you guys were going live on Friday. Sometimes service sucks when you get that many people in one building. We had a lot last year. I imagine there was even more this year. Michael says, so I guess the rumor of the new computer system, the guide production being put in backwards on Sunday is just a rumor. I don't know. Oh, we are caught up. Awesome. All right, guys. So without further ado, we're going to bring them on in the order they showed up. Hold on. First guy's checking his hair. Here we have Off Grid Arcade. What's going on, Bart?
Hey, how's it going?
Working on your hair. Next up, we've got Famous or Crispy. What's going on?
Hey, guys.
And last but certainly not least, DJC Game Studios. What's up, Chuck?
Hello.
He's here to take out Cyrus and anyone that gets in his way. That's what I heard. So, Mr. Postile was supposed to be on tonight. He's having equipment issues, and he did send me the proper length of message for me to react. Unfortunately, I didn't see it until Bart came on, and he's all, did you get a message from Poe? And I'm like, man, I've had a crazy day. I'm like, let me check. And I went and looked, and sure enough, I did. So we're going to have a 3-player. You guys have your odds just went up. So we're going to have 3 tonight. I might play just for fun. I don't know yet. I kind of like to call it, so I don't think I will. But I want to see what I can do live, because I did play, but it wasn't live. And that does matter. That does matter when you got someone saying, oh, oh, DJC just died. He's got 2 minutes left. Can he reach Cyrus? And you're like, oh, crap. Chuck was training is for suckers.
I literally played last week. Like, it's been a week. I already forgot. Like, I'm probably going to be shitty as hell.
I think Mike played too, because he told us he got like 30-something thousand, and then he got 27,000 when he played live.
Yeah,
so again, what was that?
I said Wednesday was probably the last time I played it. I actually was like trying to practice for it, but yeah.
So I've got the next 2 weeks, I think, booked. So we're going to have 2 more at least. If any of the YouTubers or people just want to use their phone, want to get in on this, just send me a message and we'll schedule you. I've got a few people out farther. It'll go at least past Mother's Day. We'll keep going until we run out of people. Just to recap, every week, the winner from that show is going to get a ROM package of their choice. And then the overall winner right now is Cyrus after week 1. We'll get a complete in-box game. So this is a fun tournament with a lot of prizes. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this goes tonight and how the scores work out. So let's check the poll before we get started. Everyone ready with the Astro Smash competition?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, so let's check the scores. We'll go over the scores of the last 4. I don't have anything real fancy, but I at least took a few minutes and made this. So right now your leader is Cyrus, Super Megagraph 64 with 34,125. Pierre DMX Retro Gamer 28,760. Mike's Gaming Gala 27,640. And PJ Smith 22,120. 3 of those, the top 3, led at some point last week. So it's anyone's game till it's over, and looking forward to see how you guys do tonight. So
well, I'm not going to say that I'm glad that Poe's not here, but now I feel like I have a shot at the podium. I might get a top 3.
That's awesome. So I think I can play like this now and just talk up here instead of doing the middle one. Because doing this, it might look funny. It's going to look like someone has the bottom half of the Running Man. All right, let me put the names up because I always forget about that because I don't leave the names on whenever I'm by myself. All right, so we got Off-Grid Arcade, DJC lower left, and Famous or Crispy lower right. All right, guys, go ahead and hit the disc and then enter 10, and then just wait to start until we do the little countdown. I've been waiting a week for this. All right, guys. Hit enter in 3, 2, 1, go! 10 minutes of Astro Smash competition. Starts off slow, nice and easy, and then it's going to get a little hectic and fast towards the end, especially if you're not a seasoned Astro Smash player.
Yeah, when's the easy part?
34,125 is the score to beat. 34,125. Man, this first level looks extremely slow. You'll see next to the spare man there, you're going to see that 10. That is how many minutes are left. So in a minute or in a few seconds here, you'll see it go to 9. And then you will see in the last minute, it goes to 60 and it counts down in seconds. I got to switch your names a little bit here, guys. Just so we can see the scores. Aaron's here. Welcome, Aaron. I can't hear you, but I see you. All right. We're going to call you Chris right now. All right. So right now, Chris out front with 2610. DJC in the 2 with 1890, and Off-Grid in the upper right with 1705. Everyone looks to be using auto fire. One thing we
I thought I was getting away with not knowing what was going on with the other folk.
What was that?
I said I thought I was getting away with not going on with the other folk.
Just over 9 minutes to go. It's already near the 5,000 mark. We'll move on to level 3 soon. Everyone is in level 2, signified by 2X in the lower right corner. Not in 10 minutes, Johnny. Not in 10 minutes. Chris, the first one to level 3, 5,200, 5,370. Off-grid Arcade loses a man. Chris has 10 men. Chuck has 7, and with 4. I'm seeing all the comments about the scores, guys. I did fix that. At least I hope you can see them now. Everyone got a short version of their name. Starting to get a little bit closer to Chris here. Got about a 1,500 point game. Bart hanging in there with about 5,000. He's almost to level 3. Oh, Chris loses a man.
I mean,
they're both at 11 men.
We're playing
DJC
golf
can
rulers,
use
right?
that to close in a little bit. Now DJC loses a man.
Got greedy.
Chris told me we were playing golf rules, so a low score wins.
We're playing level 3 currently. The trick to a high score in 10 minutes, do not die, ever. And it's not as easy as playing by yourself.
you
Whenever
tell me.
you're live, someone calling out when you die and you have the pressure of everyone watching. It is not the same. Yeah, Johnny, the original card version. That's why we love to do this competition version, because some of us can play for hours. 10 minutes, high score. That's a much more fun way and tolerable way to play. No one wants to watch Astro Smash competition until they die. So when this version came out, I'm like, that's sweet. Tournament's got to be that. Chris with 14,312 men after that death off grid. 10 men just died as well. We got about a 3,000 point lead from Chris to DJC, off grid with 9,750. No one in danger of losing all their lives currently.
I'm working on it.
You definitely want to hit the big point items, all the spinners. The smaller ones are worth more than the big rocks. We're about halfway through, 5 minutes in, 5 to go. We have DJC closing in on Chris. About 1,500 points away.
Oh my gosh.
Bart with 10,845. Lost a few men here recently. He's down to 8. Chris with another death. Going to let DJC sneak up right in there. DJC less than 1,000 points away. Oh, DJC with a death. DJC with 17 men, though. Chris with 13. Upgrade 12,500. He's about 5,000 off your leaders. DJC with a death there. Chris pulling away just a little bit with 4 minutes to go. Chris, level 4, turquoise with the alien ship. There it is. Chuck right there as well. Less than 1,000 from level 4. Oh. Chuck trying to get the third spinner, and boom. Now he's up to level 4, back to level 3 as it goes in Astro Smash. Now back to level 4. This is where you start to separate the men from the boys as it starts to get faster. And you guys get an alien ship. Oh, Chuck, alien ship death. Chris with a death. Off grid with a death. Off grid with another. Woo, Chuck with 2 spinners right in a row, and then a death.
No.
Off-grid froze up there for a second. He's still there. DJC, one more death. We got 3 minutes to go. 24,500 from Chris. 21,000 from Chuck. DJC and
No.
off-grid
Okay.
16,700.
Oh my!
Classic Cats. It would be the bottom right, yes. DJC plays in widescreen, and it looks like off-grid is as well. Oh, DJC and Chris both die simultaneously. We got about a 4,000 point lead for Chris. He's actually getting pretty close with 2 minutes. Can these guys catch Cyrus, the video game virus? 34,000 Cyrus put up last week.
Oh my gosh!
Pine Soul says, go Mike's Gaming Gala. You can't beat these guys.
No.
Chris is already ahead of Mike's Gaming Gala from last week. Oh, I don't know how Chris got. Oh, now he got nailed.
Oh.
2 minutes to go. It's about a 2,500 point difference. You can get on a roll here when it's fast. You can die a lot here at the end too. You can get on a reverse roll. Starting to get fast.
Yeah, I'm dying a lot.
Oh, that's like,
I'm gonna run out of guys.
Death coming.
You stink.
Another death by your leader. We're down to about 1,000, 1,500 points maybe. Oh, there's a spinner. He got it somehow. Upgrade with a death. He's over 20,000. He's on level 4. 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
No.
Chris is with 31,600. DJC 38,100. DJC with a death. DJC certainly has the most men.
No.
15 seconds.
I'm
That's from
starting
your
to fall
leader.
apart.
Oh, that's from DJC. That might do it. And time is up.
I ran out of guys. Right at the
Winner.
end.
Holy cow! That guy, I started falling apart at the end, but I can't believe I
Famous.
held on.
Or Crispy, 32,640. So Cyrus's score will stand. Second place is DJC, 30,535, and Off Grid Arcade, 21,925. If you guys can come back on to the, let me do the screenshot here. All right, come back on. So send me a link, send me a message and let me know which ROM package you would like, and I'll get that out to you. So Cyrus
Yay.
still holding the top spot, but winner this week, Famous or Crispy.
That was super fun. Thank you so much.
So the way
Nice
this is gonna
job,
work
Crispy.
is every week the winner will get a ROM package.
Hey,
and then the
believe it
top
or not,
4
guys,
overall.
that's my best game ever.
Nice.
Competition. That's what it does. Competition brings out the best in everyone. The top 4 at the end of this will come back on for a finale, and then there'll be a special prize for that. So everyone's still in it because the top 4 are going to come back. Assuming top 4 of the people that can make it. Let's put it that way. So anyone want to before we move on, tell us what you've got coming up on your channel? Start with Off Grid. Is he frozen? Bart, can you hear me? I don't think you
I'm
can
having
hear me.
issues.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now? No?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I don't think you can hear me. Yeah,
I can hear you. What do you got coming up on your channel, buddy?
yeah, I can hear you, but I don't think. Yeah,
I don't think you can hear me.
Thursday night pinball, 6 o'clock Central.
Nice. DJC,
Me. What do I got going on?
Issues all of a sudden.
I think I'm gonna be hacking Off-Grid's audio and on his channel soon. If it hasn't started already. That's was my plan for tonight. And then after that, Wednesday we got sprint evening. It's we get to see what happened to the doctor. He got punished because it was by poll decision by chat, and he went a little too far at the club, and so he's been banished to spend 1 week with Whisker Wonder. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there.
That should be fun.
Yeah.
Are you going live tonight?
No, I am not.
All right, Chris, Famous or Crispy, what do you have coming up?
Wednesday before Mario Kart. I'm playing Super Nintendo games with my buddy Josh. Monthly Josh is coming in. And then Friday night, it's Mrs. Crispy and I doing Tamagotchi Life.
That's awesome. I've only had my wife on a few times, and it's kind of like I ask her, come on. Why don't you tell us, for those that don't know, where are you playing Mario Kart on Wednesday?
Oh, Mario Kart. Go Game Go Jeff. 7:30?
It's 5
7.
Pacific, so it's 8.
Or
Eastern,
7
right?
Central. So that's right, 5 Pacific. Super fun. There's tons of room for people to play Mario Kart. Come join.
Awesome. I'll get those scores lined up in there, and we'll see what it looks like. I'll post it here a little bit later after the show, and then I look forward to week 3. Dark Underdog's going to come on eventually as well. Got several people lined up. Retro Bliss Gaming, Brian's Man Cave. People have been messaging me, so I think it's going to be a long list by the time we're done. Hopefully we can get Poe back on to make up for this one. And like I said, Chris, send me a message and I'll get whatever ROM package you want from any publisher. If you need to know what's available, let me know, and I'll tell you what's out there and where to look.
Thank you. I cannot believe that I won.
Get that Electronite stuff, man. Get that Electronite games.
There's a lot of good stuff out there. All right. Yeah. Anyone have anything before I move on? All right, guys. I thank you for coming on and giving us a little bit of time and entering the competition. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you all soon.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you, sir. All right, so we have, let me get my name off. Oh, I'll leave the names on because we're going to have another guest on soon, and we need to have the names on still. So we just had week 2, and if you guys missed it, here were the scores from week 1. So Cyrus gonna hold that top spot, and I think Chris is in the 2, and DJC was 3. Where did he end up? Man, I already forgot what the score was, but it's going to be some tight scores because I know anywhere between that mid-20s to mid-30s, I think the bulk of people are going to be in that range. I'll update that and get it posted out there, and then we'll show it again next week. So now we're going to move on, and we are going to have on Aaron, programmer of Frantic, the game that everyone's been talking about and playing and making videos on. It's a really fun game. If you don't know what it is, you definitely should check it out. But for now, let's welcome Aaron. How you doing? Well, I think you're on.
Hey,
mute.
How's
There
that
you go.
better?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing good. How are you?
Pretty good. Been a hectic week and a hectic day today, but I always look forward to the show, and I love doing this. So, it's almost been 3 years. And
Wow.
Hold on 1 second. I got an important message. We had a cat that's having surgery, and they were gonna have him available, and now he's staying the night. So now we don't have to worry about the family was gonna go pick him up. So I just had to see that. Sorry, guys. So for those of you, and most of us, I mean, to be fair, we don't know who you are. This is the first time you've made a game for Intellivision and posted on AtariAge. So for most all of us, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do as far as gaming goes, and just don't go into the game, but just up to that point.
All right. Yeah, I started programming when I was a kid on a Commodore 64, so that was kind of my introduction to it in BASIC, and when I was a kid, we had an Atari, then we got an Intellivision, and then Commodore 64, and it kind of went from there. But yeah, like I like to, I like older games. I like simple games. I've got a PS5, so I'll play some stuff on there. But I'm like, I don't know, 10 years behind what my kids are playing. So yeah, I just started playing Red Dead Redemption 2. So
I
yeah.
like all the modern stuff as well, and we have
Yeah.
stuff from the first consoles to the current gens, all of them. And we have VR. I just got a pinball micro that I play with Off Grid Arcade, and they do tournaments every week, and it's a fun way to use that thing. In fact, I just ordered a second one because it got a little cheaper, and I'm like, my son and I like playing. It's like I'm thinking we can play the same time and do tournaments, and then we can also I could put one in a different room because we have a family room over there with a lot of gaming stuff, and this game room. It'd be fun. It's so cheap. It's like I had to grab another one, but those little contests are fun. They just come up with a new board each week and you play it and enter your score. I got the wife to play this week too, and she's all, I like it better than video games. She doesn't play too much. She'll play Mario Kart, those kind of games, Mario Party, and she plays phone games. That's about it. She's not really into gaming too much, but yeah, those are fun to play. But so tell us, what got you interested, and then your whole process of getting into Intellivision programming and how it came to be. But again, before the game, but like start from when you're like, hey, I'm going to program it. I'm going to make an Intellivision game, and your whole process of how that worked out.
So my younger brother sent me a message, probably, I don't know, October, November, and they're like, hey, they're re-releasing the Intellivision. That's when I learned about the Sprint. And then I, couldn't get enough of it. So I was watching videos, and it was actually one of your videos showing how to side load games and stuff like that. I'm like, oh, that's cool. And it's running an emulator. So then I just looked up the emulator. Like, I didn't know about any of this, any of you guys, any of this community or anything, like, in November. So started looking it up, and that's when I saw about the emulator, and then that's when, when I came across Inti Basic and all that. So I just kind of started digging in and like, oh, you can sideload games. I'm like, and I'm a programmer, so I mean, I don't do as much now as I used to. It's not like this is your
first game ever. It's just your first Intellivision game.
It's the first game I've ever put out there to anyone. Usually I'll make games, but they're just for me. So I've never, like, I've probably made like 100 partial games where I get so far like, that's good enough. So so with this, the Intellivision, it just kind of grew, and then I saw this community, and then I ordered Oscar's books, and I was just kind of reading through all the different stuff in the community, just learning the basics of Inti Basic, and I figured, I can go for that, give it a try. And like I was saying, like on the chats, I really liked Load Runner, so I've probably made, I don't know, 4 different versions that are kind of similar over the years for, just like on a PC, just for me. And then I was probably one of the few people who bought the Ouya way back in the day, and I had it hooked up, and I had a similar something kind of running on that, then kind of gave that up. But I don't know, for some odd reason for the Intellivision, it just really stuck. I really liked it. I think it's so, I don't want to say it's so constrained. You can only do 8 sprites. There's only 16 colors. The screen is 8 by 8 squares, and you only have 240 of them. So you're really kind of limited what you can do. And I think the problem I've had in the past is, programming in Unity. It's wide open. You could have like a million things going on at once, and as long as your computer can handle it, you can keep doing it. So with the Intellivision, it really kind of put some bounds on what I was doing, and I really had to focus on, well, what can I do? And it kind of went from there, and I think it stopped me from getting scope creep and like, oh, I should do this and do this. You can only do so much, and I started running out of variables and memory. So, that's kind of where it ended up.
So tell us a little bit about the game. Obviously, you have inspiration from Load Runner. Is there anything else, or tell us about some of the ideas maybe that you came up with and that you worked on, or a little bit more in depth about the game itself?
Yeah, so I started. It's kind of funny because I started and I was just trying to learn how to program, for the Intellivision. So I made a simple sprite running across the screen, and he was a little more. He looked a lot more like the Running Man. I'm like, well, I can't copy the Running Man, so I kind of made mine a little bit smaller and less animations, and kind of went from there, and then learned how to scroll the screen and do stuff like that. And then I just made a bunch of placeholder graphics, which and ended up being the game because it was like, well, hey, that's good enough. And then when I got so far into it, it was, and I to be honest, I can't do any better with the graphics. I mean, I'm kind of at the limit of what I can do with 8x8. So anyway, yeah, so I kind of did that, and that's why the bad guys kind of look like Pac-Man ghosts a little bit. I always meant to come back and fix them, but make something cool.
Some are saying blobs, and that
Yeah.
comes from other games and teasing DJC Game Studios because he refuses to play the blob game. So I've heard several people call them little blobs.
Yeah. So I mean, it kind of started like that, and
in the data packets, Mr. Poststyle calls them nipples because they're the color they are, and then the little
Yeah.
things sticking.
yeah. I tried to make them look more like I don't know. I didn't want them to be huge, like I don't know, make it look like a floppy disk or something, which I could have made it a square, but so yeah, I ended up with that, and now it kind of stuck, I guess. But I tried a couple other things, like I decided to try a teleporter, and it took me a long time to come up with the teleporter, and it was pretty cool. You would go and it would zoom the screen, and you would appear. It would randomly put you to different teleporters depending how they were, and I just thought it ruined the game. I hated it, and I pulled all the code out, and it was just not. It made it not as fun, because to me it's and like people. I had a couple of my friends trying it, and a couple people have told me, oh, why doesn't he jump? Well, it's not Mario. It's not meant for jumping. You kind of have to outrun and plan strategy and all that. It's kind of like telling Mario, well, he should be able to shoot the enemies. It's kind of,
it would be too easy if you could jump, in my opinion.
Yeah, same here. Like, you can't get cornered if you could jump over the guys. So,
and that's what your fuzz bombs are for.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a lot of stuff, like I'm new to forums and all that stuff, so like I didn't really give good instructions for it. So I think I was chatting with you about it when we did my test call, and it's like I didn't tell people that when you go to the terminal to deposit, you could also hit the enter button, and you can if you have upgrades, you can buy it at any point. You don't have to buy it in between levels. So,
yeah, I learned that from you when we chatted doing testing.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, the version I put out there, I had a big bug in the scoring, so you don't get. The point was, if you hold on to your upgrades and don't use them, obviously you can die quicker and lose your whole game. But if you hold on to them, it's a score multiplier. So you'll get a higher score if you don't use them, and you'll get a higher score if you don't deposit, like if pick up a packet, deposit it, pick up a packet, deposit it. If you have 10 packets and you get killed, you lose all 10, but you score higher points.
So it's a risk reward factor.
Yeah. And I actually had a bug in the code because I changed things back and forth a few times, and I missed something and it wasn't working. So you just got all the reward and no risk. So I fixed that now. So the version I have now is I fixed some of the menus better. I learned a lot watching people play it, where I made it so I just know how to do it because I programmed it. So I don't do things that people who didn't program it will do. So I saw a lot of people doing some things like, like they didn't know to do that, or stuff like that. So I tried to put everyone was, you got the upgrade. Well, everyone spent them on the videos. I think one person I saw didn't, and they were hanging on to them until later.
I saved them because
okay,
when I first started playing him, I wasn't sure if men were going to be more useful or the fuzz bombs.
Right.
So I wanted to kind of wait and see, and then I was, and I can't remember how far I've gotten, but fairly far. But I've only played easy and tried. I tried briefly each of the other levels just to see, like at the beginning, what was different. But I do plan to beat them all eventually. But I want to Paisley Boxers. If you don't know who that is, That's the guy that's doing Space Intruders. He says he's exactly like where you were. Got Sprite and was immediately into making assets, and then was first game. And that's a free game. I don't know if you've heard of it or tried it. Space Intruders.
I have not.
It's
I'm
on
saying, I'm
itch.io.
pretty new.
If you search itch.io and Intellivision Space Intruders or just something like that, it'll come up, free download, and you can load it right to your Sprint and try it out.
Cool.
It's a fun game too. We got
All
two new guys making cool games, and it's just cool to see. So for those that haven't played it, and even for those of us that have, tell us a little bit about the game itself, like what you do, how it works. I love the tubes, by the way. It's like teleport. yeah, that would have. I mean, that could work, but I like the tubes.
Yeah. So when I kind of had the idea for something to get you around a little bit quicker, and like I had the ladders, and that's great. So I was going through, and it was pretty neat. And my wife looked, she's like, no, he's got to go faster. So I made him go, and he went a little faster. She's like, no, faster. So when you go in it, it's like zoop, you kind of can zip around really quick.
And I like that.
Yeah, me too. So yeah,
So you have to run around avoiding, and you have
to avoid the bad guys and pick up the data packets. So the point is, I didn't really come up with a great backstory. I'm not much of a writer there, but you have to pick up the data packets, get them to the computer terminals. You have the bad guys chasing you. You can only hold so many at a time. On easy, you can hold 15. On medium, you can hold 12, and on hard, you can hold 10. So, and then you can't hold any more. Then you've got to deposit them at the terminal. And then on the different levels, you just hold down the side button. But on easy, it clicks very quick and deposits them quick. On medium, it's a little slower. On hard, it takes a long time to deposit. And if you picked up your 10 on hard, you probably won't be able to deposit all 10 before the bad guys catch up to you. So you have to really kind of keep looping around and stay away from them. And then once you pick up all that are in the level and get them deposited, you go on to the next level. Then you earn upgrades. So an upgrade can be used to purchase an extra life or 3 fuzz bombs. And the fuzz bombs, it doesn't explode. It's kind of like an EMP for the bad guys. They kind of lose their. They don't
looked
kill
at
you.
it as invincibility for a few seconds because they're still there. It doesn't kill them, but they can't get you either.
Right. And then they flash. And then as long as they're flashing, you can run through them. You'll see they'll turn white at the end. And that means like any time now they're going to be able to get you. So it's kind of a little hint that it's wearing off when they turn white. So if they turn white and they're right by you, you get away. And then you can hit the clear button at any point. It'll pause it, show you some stats, how many lives, what level,
how many more
difficulty.
You have,
how many you picked up. Exactly. It kind of shows. So I've been redesigning some things. There's been a lot of good comments in there. So I've added a few more things to it. I show your difficulty level on the screen. I tried to, like when you go to the terminal and you have an upgrade, people didn't see that there were it just said you have an upgrade, but it didn't tell you how many. Now I say, 2 upgrades or 3 upgrades, and then you can install them. And then it's flashing, so you kind of can't miss it. It kind of draws your eye to it, how many you have. But then you can upgrade, but like I was saying, if you don't upgrade, you will score more points. And I've had it to me in my play tests. It happened to me where I was like, I'm going to hold it, see how high I can get my score. And I had 2 lives, and next thing I know, I got killed really quickly twice, and I could have bought. I didn't, I missed the button on the fuzz bomb, and all of a sudden my game was over. I'm like, I got caught by my own, my own arrogance. I thought I could do it, and no. So, but yeah, it's. I'm working on some new levels for it. I've already got. Everyone kept hitting a bug on level 8. I made something incorrectly, so I fixed that just for mine. Someone, I don't know where I saw it. I was looking through the comments. I can't find it. Someone said they wanted to see a level with no ladders, but just the chutes. I call them scrollers because they kind of scroll, but with just those. And I thought, I don't know if that'll play so well. But yeah, I made one and I was play testing it today. It's a lot of fun. It's fast because the bad guys, even though they go slower than you in the little chutes, they go the same speed. So So it's fun. It's just going up chutes and dropping, and yeah. So the next
I think I
version,
died once. I was running across, and one came up real quick and got me.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh my god, I couldn't even get out of the way.
yeah, you kind of gotta watch out for those. Or if you drop, you drop faster than they drop. So like if you're playing on easy, they're really slow. Well, they'll also drop really slow. So if you drop over one, you'll end up hitting them. So you got to have your fuzz bomb ready. You can do it while you're falling. But yeah, it's I recently just I must have had an older version of Indy Basic. Well, I realized you can get a lot more memory and all that, so I just converted it all to use the bank switching, and yeah, I've got tons of room because I was right on the edge. I'm like, I might be able to get 2 more levels into it, but now I've got so much space. It's I don't know, I
So
could
on
probably
that
get
note,
50.
how many levels are there in the version that everyone's playing?
The version everyone's playing only has 10, and then you'll see. I think there's a couple of them that are kind of big. I think I don't know. I actually got I got pictures of them here. Level 10 is huge, and level 8 is kind of big. But yeah, level 10 is so massive. It's kind of an up and down level, and it's crazy. I just did it just to see if how it would play, and it plays pretty good. There's
Oh, the game's smooth.
there's
It's really
a
smooth.
couple issues when there's too many bad guys, and every once in a while you'll see the sprites kind of flicker. It always scrolls pretty well, but sometimes the bad guys will flicker. And I think I don't know if I'm going to change it, but I've been tossing around the idea of just maybe capping it at 5 bad guys. It seems to run better. Because if you're playing
Find that
hard,
sweet spot.
yeah, if you're playing on hard, if you're playing on easy, usually I have less bad guys on there. So I have it programmed, but it only shows so many of them. And usually hard has the most, sometimes medium has the same, sometimes it's less, and then but yeah, so yeah, I've got some ideas, but I'm kind of running out of variables, but I've got room for a lot more levels, that's for sure.
So do you have an idea? That was going to be my next question. Was there's 10 in the version we're playing. Do you have
Yeah.
like a plan that you would like to have X amount of levels, or are you just going to like keep going until, okay, I think it's done?
I think I would like to put 50 in. I mean, I'm telling you,
wow.
I could easily get 100 in there. I don't know if I've got it in me to make 100, but they don't take up a lot of space in memory. So yeah, if you get to level 10, you'll see the size of that one. I could probably do a ton of those even, but I probably like level like 5 or 6. There's one that's a halfway decent sized level. It plays pretty well. I found I have to keep them either skinny and tall or skinny and wide. If I get too like square, you can lose the bad guys too easily. So I kind of, without reprogramming everything and trying to come up with a better way to do it, it seems like the sweet spot is I can go really big, but I have to keep it narrow and tall, or long and not too tall. So, but
And
it's
not that I've played a ton. I've played pretty far into easy. I've tried a few. I've played several games. I haven't found a spot like you must really like check the levels, because I haven't got to a corner of like, oh no, I can't get out of here. It's like it seems to flow pretty well, and there's lots of different ways that you jump off, or oh yeah, I can jump off, or
yeah.
it's like, oh, I'm mid ladder, I can get off the ladder, and it's like, or I use a fuzz bomb. It's like it seems to play really well.
Yeah, and I like the idea, and that was something from Load Runner, jumping off the ladders. On there, you can actually jump on the bad guy's head, and it won't kill you. But I like the idea of you're kind of trapped, but if you go up a ladder, you might be able to just jump over the guys. So a lot of times when they get close enough, you can jump and avoid them by jumping over them, off the side of the ladder. So yeah, that I like a lot. I play tested a ton the original levels, so much so that I was starting to think, I don't know, are they kind of boring? but I think because I played it so much. But even like if I'll play on hard is hard. I mean, it is.
And that's good because I guarantee you there's going to be people that'll beat whatever you put out there.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
not
I know.
everyone, but there will be people. I can probably think of a few off the top of my head. So
yeah, there's
Paisley
some
Boxers,
hardcore.
he's asking curious about where you post your builds. Is it just the AtariAge thread or?
Yeah, that's it. You know, I like I mentioned, like I'm kind of new to this. Like I just saw it there and I saw people posting, so I'm like, yeah, I'll post here.
AtariAge thread is the big place.
Okay, yeah, I don't really know anything else. Where else I would post? So,
Dark Underdog has a good question here. With 50 levels, are there any plans for JLP save functionality so you can save your scores and progress?
So I haven't looked into. I've seen the JLP and I've seen the flags for it. I haven't looked into any of that with coding. Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think when I originally started this, I thought, well, I saw that they had a couple like the programming contests, and a lot of it was, oh, keep it within this, no JLP. So I haven't even looked at JLP to see what it offers, what I can get from that. Like
Most
I said,
of the homebrews are JLP games these days.
Okay. So I'll definitely look into it. Like I was saying, I just found out about the bank switching because I was like right up on the end there. But yeah, I'll definitely.
Someone earlier asked about music. Do you have any plans to add any music to the game?
I do, but probably not during gameplay. Probably just like at startup and maybe like on the different screens, like the terminal screens. Just because for some of my sounds, I'm not so good at it. I'm using a couple different voices to do different things, and like you can fall and get a data packet at the same time, and how I code it. So I'm using a couple different sound voices for that. So I think that would only leave me like one or two for music or something like that. So that'd be pretty boring. But yeah, now that I have more space since I did the bank switching, yeah, I definitely can try to do that.
Yeah, and I don't know if you know about AtariAge, but there are a lot of programmers and people that really know their stuff. If you post a question on there and say, "Hey guys, I'm working on this. How do I do this?" There are people that will help you. Like the Intellivision community is great. There's a lot of them, and I mean, if you want it, it'll be there. If you ever need to know any connections to any type of thing, I'm sure there's lots of people who do it. But I know all the different guys that do all the different things. I don't mind pointing you in the right direction either. Bart said, "I don't think the levels get boring at all. I've played quite a bit and love it." Which is awesome. What I've got from almost everyone, because I saw it fairly early and I was like, oh boy, this looks good. I watched the video and I was not home, so I couldn't play it myself, but I put it on every Facebook, Intellivision group, my Facebook page. It was everywhere, and everyone started shooting up videos and playing it, and it went viral. And I didn't hear one negative thing. Paisley Boxers, he's like, whoa, he has smooth background tile scrolling without JLP. How is this possible?
Hey, I just kind of looked it up. I'm just using the scroll and the screen, and I think the thing that I did is when I scroll, when you scroll, it moves one pixel at a time, and then it'll shift them all. Then after the shift, whatever way you're going, it'll leave that column empty. I'm just using the screen command, but just to do either that column or the top row or the bottom row. So I'm not doing the screen command on the whole thing. So I'm just doing that. But I tell you what, I had to use. That's why it could be a little bit. I say it could be a little bit faster. But when it was going faster, I had a hard time moving my guy. But yeah, I don't know. I can, I kept tossing around because some people were asking about stuff. I could post like some of my code to show exactly how I did it. It's not the most elegant, but and I think that comes back to what you're saying before, like what my process was. I just kind of kept adding to it, and I just had a little guy. Well, then I built a program on my regular, Visual Studio in C# that would help me make levels, and that kind of that took me like a month. I kept adding to that. But originally it was I would design one screen, and then I'm like, I like Load Runner, and Load Runner was just one screen, but the Intellivision, I can't get enough on there. Like I need this to scroll. So then I was kind of building like a world, and then I learned how to scroll just like, and it would move 8x8, just kind of shift it really rough back and forth, and then I just kept adding to it, and then I got it scrolling smoothly, and then I added a player, and I've got like an original demo where the bad guys still look exactly how they do today, but the player was just, he looked like a robot. He didn't move his arms, and he just kind of slid back and forth, and he had these little brackets around so I could see where he lined up, to make sure I had every my coding correctly to know where he was. But yeah, I just kind of kept like adding to it, and that was kind of my process, very iterative, and I just add something, and then once I got the scrolling looking good, then I would add something else, and it just kind of grew from there like that.
Megan says, definitely want to say thanks to Aaron for coming on and doing this interview. Very cool. I love this game.
All right. I love it. I love that people are liking it, because honestly, when I posted it, I was like, I hope someone plays it. Like I was hoping for like 5 to 10 people to check it out.
I don't think there's many homebrew games, if any, right now that people are playing more than this one.
Wow. Oh yeah. Well,
Dark Underdog.
I'll keep working on levels then.
With 50 levels, would it be cool to make them? It would be cool to make them random. He says.
Yeah. So the funny thing is, I thought of another. So when you pick your difficulty, I thought about putting another screen in there about how you want to play. Do you want to play the standard or random, or it would pick the random levels? The problem is I ran out of variables. Like I would like to randomize, randomize the levels, not just randomly pick a level. And then I would need some sort of variable to store that, so you don't like randomly get the same level twice. But I think with JLP, I think I get more variables. Anyway, I'll check on
Definitely,
that. So
I'm no help with anything like that. I can do everything but program.
Oh, hey, I love it. I mean, thanks for spreading the word. That's for sure. Another thing I thought of is, maybe just put an option in there, like when you pick your level, maybe pressing 0, bring up a screen that you just pick, like, hey, I want to try level 10. Just go.
That would be cool.
Don't get a score, but you can just test them out or whatever. So I was tossing around a couple things like that. Definitely random though.
Dale is DK Astros Master says, Aaron, the game speed is perfect. I wouldn't mess with it, and it's smooth.
Nice. All right.
And then Offbit agrees. And then Chris says, yeah, this is great. Nice look into the process. Cool, dude. So the game is getting there. You've got to make levels, but all the core stuff's there. Now, I have a question that any collector is going to ask you, and I'm sure someone's going to eventually reach out to you if they haven't already. What are the odds, or what are your aspirations as far as once this is done to maybe getting it out there complete in box?
So that's really funny, because I did get a message and someone asked if they could do the CIB treatment. I'm like, hey, I have no idea what that even means. And then he explained it to me, and I had no idea people did that. And it's like, yeah, I'm
see these?
Yeah.
This goes up higher and then all the way down 3 shelves wide. Those are all homebrews.
Wow. Okay.
Those are all Intellivision homebrews.
Okay. So I guess people do it.
Yes. And I honestly think your game, when finished, deserves complete in box treatment. I mean, I think it fits great with the Intellivision and what it can do. And it's a fun game, and everyone can just pick it up and play it. And I mean, it's just nothing but and it should be digital too. Don't get me wrong, because the Sprint is fabulous, and a lot of people have the Sprint. Yeah. But I also, as a collector, and keeping with the original stuff, I love seeing complete in box, especially for games that are deserving of it. I don't think we need every game complete in box, but I think your game, when it's done, is definitely deserving of a complete in box treatment.
Awesome. So
yeah. If you're ever interested in that, I know all the publishers, I know all the guys. If you're interested in doing it yourself, I know all the guys that do boxes, manuals, do the overlays, and they're all processes and made to look like the original, and there's lots of options. So I'll be happy to point you in the right direction of anything you needed.
Yeah, I'm definitely not going to try and do it myself. That's beyond me. But yeah, definitely sounds like love to do it.
Yeah, that would be sweet. I'd love to see the Frantic get that treatment. So, is there anything that are there still things you're adding to the game, or at this point, is it just more levels? And you don't have to get into details if you don't want to share yet. I'm just curious if there are thoughts, or okay, I'm just gonna what I've got now, which is great. I'm not saying that. I was just curious if you had more things that you wanted to add, or we're just doing levels.
So I would like to add some music that was in there. Definitely fix some of the. I've already fixed some of the bugs that people said, like the 1 and 9 wasn't pausing it, the clear was. So I added that too. That was easy. The sound when you run out of fuzz bombs, I've added that. And probably little sounds like when you're picking things on the screens in between, it doesn't make any noises. So probably add sound. But yeah, I would like to try my hand at music. I might fail miserably at that, and then I might scrap it. But yeah, I'd like to give that a try. And then yeah, I'll look into the JLP. I haven't looked at any of it yet, so that would be something I'll definitely have to check out. I'm sure people tell you how to do save games, stuff like that. I don't even know what's involved in it.
Yeah,
so.
again, I mean, I can point people in the right direction to pretty much anything, but I know nothing of those kind of things.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
the extent of what I do, like I get a lot of games working for, like I look at like the bin and config files, I look at the JSON files, and I make other games work by just seeing what people have done and copy and paste. I have no idea what I'm doing really, but I get everything to work. And you know, like right now, I'm going to be showcasing 4-player games on the Sprint, and someone else did the code, but then and we did testing, but then I had to go and make other games that are 4 players work by doing all the little steps and copying the code and then making sure it all, you know, was set up right. And I can do those kinds of things. I just can't create it.
yeah. Hey, that's great though. Yeah, I can't wait to see the 4-player too.
So is there anything beyond AtariAge? Like if someone wants to reach out to you, or you just want AtariAge, there's
I don't have anything else. I mean, that's kind of it. So yeah.
And it is WOPR_SAS. Is that your AtariAge? I think.
Yep. Whopper SAS. That's it.
So you see it right there, minus the dash and the Aaron.
Yeah.
But that is his AtariAge handle. And if you need help finding that thread, reach out to me if you can't find it. But if you search AtariAge Intellivision Frantic, I can guarantee you it's going to come up. But again, if you can't find it or you can't find Aaron, reach out to me and I will send you the link. I'm really looking forward to the finished product, and I would love to see this game complete in box. Awesome. Is there any other questions from chat that you guys would like to ask Aaron? And in the meantime, is there anything else that I've maybe missed, or anything else that you would like to bring up, Aaron?
No, hey, I'm just going to keep working on this, and thanks for everyone for giving me feedback and trying it out and being so nice. And yeah, this is great.
Well, there's one thing. People aren't just being nice. People can be cruel too, especially on the internet. But when you have a really good game and everyone's playing it and liking it, you're going to get a lot of nice people because there's nothing else to say but nice stuff.
Yeah, I love it.
Let's see. Got a few here. Yeah, Bart said digital, physical would be awesome too. I don't know if you've seen them. Intellivision Revolution, they use like a USB case, like it looks like a PS3 game or something, and you open it up and there's a manual, an overlay, and a USB stick where you load the game onto. And like I said, some people are already out there, but I've done a lot of sprint packages for publishers. I'd be willing to help you out and do the sprint package too, and send you the zip whenever you're done. Sprint Game Manager is an awesome program. If you haven't seen that, you should look into that. But yeah, there's lots of ways. There's just sending out the ROM. Everyone can just load on the Sprint and make their own. There's the full Sprint package. There's digital physical, where you just plug the USB stick into the back of the Sprint and it'll load up and work. And then there's complete in box, which is obviously my favorite.
Yeah.
Let me see. So we talked about this. The handle will cover. Also, I love your handle. That's a cool War Games reference. I didn't even get it. So do you want to tell us about that, or?
I want to say War Games. When me and my brother were young, we got our C64, and we saw War Games, and we're like, whoa, kind of blew our minds. They're like, we need a modem. My uncle got us a modem, 300 baud on the C64. Yeah, caused a lot of trouble, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. That's for sure.
So I think I said it, but in case I didn't, Paisley Boxers is the one, Space Intruders. So you two have the hottest 2 games that are in the work in progress that we've all seen and played. Both
Awesome.
really good programmers, really fun games, both of them. And he says, Aaron's going to be my teacher. I'm so excited to make my own code better. But again, if you get free time, you should definitely search up itch.io, Space Intruders, and give his game a try. Like I said, it's free to download. Dark Underdog says, thanks, Aaron. Excited for the future of Frantic. Amazing game. And then Paisley Boxers comes back and says, I'm going to be a thorn in Aaron's side. Does he use Claude code? I use it for assembly optimization.
No AI. And I haven't even gotten into optimizing assembly. Like, I haven't done assembly since I was young, and it was very specific to the Commodore 64, and then that's it. So yeah, it's just this is kind of what it did right out of Indie Basic, and I definitely need some optimizations, and there's going to have to be some people a lot smarter than me who are going to have to help me on that one. That's for sure.
Dark Underdog's asking if you have the new C64 Ultimate.
I don't.
I almost pulled the trigger. I'm not a retro computer guy because I was 5 when Intellivision came out.
Yeah.
But I do like all that stuff, and I have the Speccy Next and the NGO, which is a clone of it. I have a Atari 800 XL. I have the 400. I have all the mini stuff as well. I have the C64 Mini and the Micro, whatever those things are called.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the C64 Ultimate. I don't even know if you can still order them.
I knew when it came out, if I got it, I wouldn't have enough time. I mean, I would go down such a rabbit hole with that because I spent way too many hours on that.
Yeah.
On the C64.
I like rabbit holes for some reason, but Space Intruders is awesome too. I'm digging that one. Yeah, Bart, that one's good too. We got 2 great games by new Intellivision programmers. It's pretty sweet. DK Astro Smasher, that's Dale. Frantic and Space Intruders are right now the best 2 games for 2026. Those are games I play on a regular basis now. And Bart saying I agree. It's like me too. When I hear there's a new version, I'm going to talk about it in the news after we're done here, and I will have it on my console. And Paisley Boxers, if you're out there and you could pretty please help Steve Ettinger get that going so we can complete Chip Shop 2, I would be forever in your debt. Whatever you've done, there was something that he needed so he could finish his game. And I told him when I saw you in chat that I would reach out and ask if you could pretty please help. That's another good game. Steve Ettinger is an original Blue Sky Ranger, and we had him on doing Chip Shot Golf. He did a lot of games on Intellivision and the original games. And I reached out to him and said, hey, if you're ever interested in programming, I'll send you Oscar's books. And he's like, yeah, I would be interested in taking a look. And that's how it got started. And now he's doing a remake, doing Chip Shot 2. And I've been working with him, testing, bouncing off ideas. We talk almost every day. And it's been quite a process. And while I'm not a programmer, I'm a good gamer and I have lots of good ideas. And we bounce stuff back and forth. I play test, and it's been fun. So there will be a 3rd game that is in there in the mix, because that will be out, I'm assuming soon, but just got to get it all finished. But there's so many great games, and it's great to see new people. And one question I meant to ask you earlier, and I kind of got sidetracked. So after this, when you're done, is there going to be something else? I mean, do you have ideas for a follow-up game, whether it be a sequel type thing or something totally different for Intellivision?
Absolutely, Intellivision. This is like my new thing. It's really funny. Guy I work with is like, hey, are you going to bring up the other game? I've been telling them about this game I've been working on for years. Robot Hotel. I've got some great ideas with it, but yet I can't get it to a point where I think it's fun enough. And I've got another one that I don't want to give away. If someone steals Robot Hotel on me, that's fine. But I've got some good ideas on that. But I've got 2 of them in the pipeline that I've been throwing around for years. And I'll make like little parts of it and then kind of give it up. But I'm really digging the Intellivision, so it's I think I can get something going on on one of these next 2 games that I got. But definitely, I'm going to put all my time into Frantic for now until I get it to a point
And
where
well deserved,
it's
because
great.
that game is sweet. We got to get that one out there. Paisley Boxers, real quick. I think he's messaged you on AtariAge. If you could help us out, that would be great. I would, like I said, just let me know. I would happy to help you with anything that I can. I really appreciate your help, and Steve does too. It's like you've done awesome things. Okay, so now DK, that's Dale, says, thank you, Aaron, for coming on, and thank you, Casey, for setting up this interview. I've learned a lot myself. Well, all the thanks goes to Aaron, because, you know, when people are willing to come on and take time out of their night and show and talk about things, that's the good part. I'm just the middle guy, you know. It's like you guys are the ones doing the cool things. Sweet, awesome. Yeah, I myself, after seeing what you've done in Frantic, it's going to be a hard game to follow. I'm sure you're going to be aware of that by the time comes for another game. But I definitely have faith in you after seeing this one, and can't wait to see what you do next.
Awesome.
And, you know, to play a completed version of this one. And again, if you get stuck on music and you're ever interested in adding a little bit or full music or anything, there's one music guy that pretty much does almost all the homebrew games with music, and that's Adon. And he also on the side does game soundtracks. That's kind of how he supplements for what he does for homebrews. And I'll be showing off some of his CDs here in a little bit and showing off his page. But he does a lot of the music in the homebrew games for Intellivision. He really good work.
Awesome.
But Mr. Baseman's here. Super Mega Graph 64 says, that's my buddy Cyrus. Thank you, Aaron. You are a solid dude.
Hey, cool.
And Dark Underdog says, Oscar's brother, that's Adon, does epic music. And like I said, if you ever have anything complete unboxing, whether you go to a publisher or you start piecing it out, with the guys that do this on a regular basis, and for most of all these, it's the same few guys. Like there's a couple graphics guys, there's one music guy that I know of, there's box guys, there's publishers, there's someone that will help or partner with you to do pretty much anything, and they're all very talented at what they do.
Yeah,
that's a Dawn.
I'll definitely reach out. That's for sure.
That is Adon. That's just his handle. Adon is his name. So, well, guys, if you have any more questions, throw them up now. And if not, we're going to let Aaron get out of here, and we'll move on to the rest of the show, because I still have a full show to give you guys, and we're about an hour and a half in almost. It goes fast. I mean, some of my shows, they're over 4 hours. A lot of them are three and a half. Wow. And I've been trying to keep them at 2. But, you know, today we had the Astro Smash tournament, which just started, and where that's going on so many weeks. That takes 15-20 minutes, and chatting with everyone, and I'll do all the news and Homebrew Highlight and all those things. Sometimes I do some gameplay. We have a few name that game where you take just the sounds of a game, and you have to come up with what game it is. And then another part will be a screenshot, but I'll only show you like a little square, and then it blows out to the big one. And I do gameplay video, sounds, little snippets of screenshots. Sometimes it's just a gameplay video. It's pretty fun. I started doing it recently from Arcades Anonymous. They did it with arcades, and they showed videos, and I'm like, hey, would you guys be mad at me if I started doing this on my show for Intellivision? They said, absolutely, go ahead. And so then I started thinking of more clue types and different ideas, and then I mix them all up. That kind of stuff's fun to do. I like coming on and having fun with Intellivision. I'm more of a serious kind of a guy. I like to do the news and, you know, and talk about things and have people on for interviews and talk about their games. But, you know, it's like, I like playing them too, but I'm more of the, I want to show everyone everything kind of a guy, the news guy. All right. So let's see if we got another nostalgic for the 70s 18 says, and yes, you can still order the Ultimate 64 from the company that now calls itself Commodore. I know that they bought the rights or whatever. I follow it somewhat, and I almost pulled the trigger. I buy a lot of stuff. And here we go. This is Steve Ettinger, Blue Sky Ranger, original Intellivision programmer.
Awesome.
And he says, if you're running out of variables, send me a message. And if you do need a way to get in contact with Steve, let me know, and I'll gladly do that. And Steve, I don't know if you were on here a little bit ago, but Paisley Boxers is going to help out I let him know that you had a message on AtariAge. So hopefully soon, buddy. Hopefully soon. So, all right. Well, I don't see anything else. Nostalgic. Do either of you have an Atari 5200? I do.
I do not.
I have most consoles, especially all the common ones from the first Odyssey up until all the modern ones and most everything in between. I don't have a super graphics, Cyrus, but I will. But I do have most things, and I buy a ton of those remakes and minis. I just ordered the new Neo Geo Ultimate set. I've had Neo Geo CD, and I think I had a console once with no games, and that was the extent of it. So I'm looking forward to buying all that. But I love buying everything. I've got a big game room here, which you only see part of, and I'm working on getting it set up to where when people come over, my family can just come up and play whatever they feel like playing. It's available. So, all right. Well, I think that'll do it for the interview, and maybe maybe we can have you back on again whenever you're near the end.
Absolutely. Yeah,
and we
absolutely.
can talk about what you've done and maybe the plans, and have you on there. Maybe we can do a little bit of gameplay too. That would be kind of fun. So I appreciate you coming on and spending some of your evening with us. And you're quite popular right now. I can tell you, I don't think you realize how popular you are. And now people can put a face to the game, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for having me on.
I appreciate it. All right. Well, you have a good rest of your evening, and I'm going to go ahead and move on with the rest of the show before my go hoarse.
All right. Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Right, good night. Good night, Aaron.
Good night.
All right. Well, big thank you to Aaron. Man, what a game. We've got so many good games in the works this year, and two of them we're playing, and that is Frantic, the surprise hit so far, and we've got Space Intruders from Paisley Boxers. Two really, really well done, fun games. And right now you can play some version of them for free. I really hope both of them finalize and go to in the box. As a collector, I love seeing when a really good game ends up complete in the box. And of course, Chip Shot 2 in the works as well. Trust me, you love golf like a lot of us do. And you thought Chip Shot was good. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. Chip Shot 2 is going to blow your mind. I love Chip Shot, and I don't even like playing it anymore because I'm so used to the new game and how good it is. That's how good it is. 5200 is awesome, except for the controllers. Those are hard. Those are hard to deal with. And they have all that drifty stuff. Oh, sorry. Thanks, Aaron. You the man. I missed that, Bart. All right. Let's see. Nostalgic for the 70s. I hope they sell Intellivision Sprint version of these homebrews. This one, we are playing it on the Sprint. I'm pretty sure Aaron will have it available. I mean, it depends on the partnership, but I like to see and I like to push all these new programmers. The Sprint is here. There's a lot of people with them, and a lot of people, that's all they have. So if you don't put out something for the Sprint, you're definitely missing out on a large part of today's market for Intellivision. All right, guys. We just pretty much got started. We'll move through the rest of the show fairly quickly. We've got the news, and I never finished the poll, and some of you guys probably voted after it was over. Oh, no. 48% said Chuck would win. 19% said Chris. 24% said Postile, who wasn't even on. And Bart, 9%. Sorry, Bart. Let's go ahead and end that before more people vote now that I've brought attention to it. Where are we at here? Dark Underdog. I pray someone that Sprint brought them to programming doesn't ignore the Sprint. Yes, that's true. That's another good thing. So the Sprint bought both of these guys to making games. So definitely, I think they're going to be fine putting it out on the Sprint. The only time you have to worry is like when a publisher makes a partnership and then they kind of want to control how it works. That could be the only thing I see, but all the publishers are doing digital packages as well now. So I think we're good either way. Dale says, I have a Sprint. I have my collection on my thumb drive. There's 105 games right now. That's pretty sweet. I've bought every single game that's available in digital form, and I have a lot of stuff that I've tested, and I have it that way. Like, I'm one of the lucky few, I think, couple people that have the opcode Intellivision games, and I don't know that those are coming. I hope eventually they do, but I have so little time. I need to work on my Sprint build still. I have a lot on there, but there's a lot I need to do. All right, let's move on. I get these all mixed up here. All right, so we did all that. Let's go to the news. We have some Intellivision news. We're going to start what we always start with, and we are going to fix the web page first because it did what it always does and removed itself. So here we have the high score results, and wow on some of the scores. Tron Deadly Discs. I knew there was going to be people over 1 million, but we had 2 people over 1 million, and one of them almost 2 million. I'm somewhere hundreds of thousands. I didn't have time to play because it's going to take a while to do that, and I had a heck of a week. But we had Alan O'Neill, 1,981,000, almost 2 million, playing Tron Deadly Discs. That's impressive. Kurt Kietsky, just over 1 million with 1,083,000. Intellivision, or Romaine, 490,600. Then that's the final podium spot. Big drop to Intellivision's Digital Fanzine. He's really good at a lot of games as well. Just topped me out last week. 218,000 in fourth place. Jose, 450. And Scott, 450. DJF, 150. And Bria, participation. This week, what are they playing here? Dreadnought Factor until Sunday. I love that game. I love shooters. I'm going to try to get a game in, but man, I have a hectic week this week as well. So much going on. A lot of these times I want to play these games. A lot of these weeks I want to play the games, but just run out of time. And this show takes so much time. I'm constantly working on stuff, reaching out to people, getting stuff ready to go. And, you know, I've been working 7 days a week, all the family stuff I have to do, other obligations, RC racing. It's just, I don't know how I fit it all in. I honestly don't. I don't lose sleep too much like Mike does, but if I want to get any more in, I'm pretty much going to have to do that. I can't do it to the level Mike does it, Mike's Gaming Gala, but if I lose an hour or two on occasion, I'll be all right. I'll live. All right, so the next one, we got Puzzle Mania. We got Rickster, Fantasy Puzzle. That was the last challenge that just closed. He does these very well, very well done. Has all the information, the ROMs, all the overlay, the manual, it keeps records. It's very well done. And the final score, only 6 people in this one. Peripheral taking the win with 25.59. Rickster, 18.17. Romaine, 9.93. DPI, 6.21. And Mikey, 50, 196. And Gar, 141. That is for Fantasy. That is a homebrew on Intellivision if you didn't know. And let me see what else I got here. The Midwest Gaming Classic. I went last year. Talk about a phenomenal show. Now, PRGE, Portland Retro Gaming Expo, is my favorite overall because it's all retro. But Midwest Gaming Classic is all gens. It's huge. I think it's the biggest one out there. It is very well done. It's 25th year this year. And we'll show you a little bit here. They already have the dates for next year. I do plan on going. I want to fly out. I don't know if you say Baird, the Baird Center. I think that's how John the Gen X Grown Up said it. It's in Wisconsin, Milwaukee. Yeah, fun show. If you're anywhere around there or you want to go to a few shows a year, that should definitely be on your list. So I've got a few pictures. Let me see if I can. How did I bring this up here? So my buddy Sean, oops, I closed out the wrong one. Closed out my logo. There we go. So my buddy Sean took some pictures and sent me a few just to give you an idea. These things are widescreen. So this is the AtariAge booth. Let me see if I see Al on the right side. I see his wife on the right side, all the way right. And I see one of the Daves, the guy with the shaved head and glasses in the middle between Al and his wife. Dave Lowy, you'll see a guy usually wearing a hat and long hair. That's another regular there. You'll see John the Gen X Grown Up a lot of times at the AtariAge booths. This place was packed. Lots of fun stuff here. I know where most of these are just from going last year. They pretty much do the same layout for the most part. Hopefully, yeah, these are coming across. I can see. That's the original Odyssey there, complete in box, and you had a ESC or ECS. What the heck am I saying? Look at that, Batman. That's a cool vehicle. They do a lot of movie and TV show vehicles in this. They have wrestling. They had BMX this year. That was new, at least not from last year. There's another Batmobile from the 60s, I believe that is. There's a better shot. Wayne's World. Almost looked like Galaga guy right there. Ghostbusters. Slimer driving. There's some wrestling. My kids absolutely loved wrestling. I'm gonna have to take them to some pro level stuff because man, they were heckling the wrestlers and they were talking back to the kids. They had so much fun with that. They were there literally the whole time each day. I mean, the whole time that they were doing the wrestling. Oh boy, I don't even know. What is that from? I'm drawing a blank on that one. Knight Rider. Jurassic Park. There's a Vectrex Mini. Awesome to see that. That's a full Vectrex. That's a full Vectrex. Never mind. Scratch that. But the Vectrex Mini is very cool. That's coming. I'm in on that as well. I really look forward to it. I don't own a Vectrex. I have in the past. This was a dev version of the PS2, I believe. My buddy Sean's really into robots. They have quite a few robots there as well. So much cool stuff to see. You can literally, like I said earlier, walk through this place and just quickly walk through every room and thing. It will still take you a long time just to walk the 3 levels, maybe more, and all the rooms. It is so large. Just so much cool stuff to see. You can pretty much play every console. You can play a lot of arcade machines, see things that you didn't know existed. Thank you, Sean, for sending me all these pictures. Sean is my oldest Intellivision nerd buddy. We started chatting after we started causing each other to spend a lot of money on eBay, battling out for the cool stuff. And we became friends right away, and we've remained friends all these years. 20-something years. Getting close to 30. Getting old. A few more pictures here. There's the brown box. Yep, brown box, Ralph, and it's signed. How cool is that? And this was really cool. I saw this cartridge, the evolution of cartridges, the video game cartridges, and I saw that on John the Gen X Grown Ups channel, and I'm like, man, that would be cool to make. You've got stuff from the beginning, all kinds. There's Intellivision, Odyssey, you got Atari, all the different versions from those. You've got Neo Geo there. You've got I see TurboGrafx 16 Hue card, Nintendo, Jaguar, Super Nintendo 32X, N64. It shows what they are and a little bit about them. I thought that was a really cool thing to just see all the different cartridges in one spot. I'll catch up with you guys in chat here in a few minutes. Let me get through this part. Bunch of old computers. And again, this is just part of one room, guys. This place is massive. Endless cool stuff. Makes me realize how large my collection is, but at the same time, how little my collection is. When you see all these different things, it's like, and a lot of it's like, I didn't even know that was a thing. More robots. Old Pong consoles. I have several of these. I love pulling one out and playing it with it once in a while. Oh, that's a cool picture. All right, that's it for those. I do have a few videos, but I did load them. Give me 1 second here. All right, let's see if I can pull these up. so many windows open right now. It's nuts. But there's so much going on and so much to show. All right, let me get back over here. Let me catch up on chat. Oh, I see Mike's here. And Poe. I got a lot to catch up on. And I have a comment up the whole time. Well, the plus side, I know where I left off. Hey, what's going on, Eric? I'm pretty sure you have one of the new C64s. Mike says, okay, I'm back. You can resume. I wonder how many comments I'm going to have saying that I left a comment up on the screen. At least it was down there where it's not going to hurt anything because the pictures didn't go. Mr. Poststyle, hello, everyone. Really wasn't a good day. Wasn't feeling well since lunchtime, and my laptop isn't cooperating. I was laying down tonight, but it looks like I came in second place in the polls. Yeah, so second place. Everyone thought Poe was going to get second. I told everyone, don't vote for Poe. He's not here tonight. What kind of games do you like, Crispy? He's got a ROM package to pick. He has to restart. I just came in anyway. AF is great, Crispy. AF is great. Sleep, what's that? There's another friend of mine that stays up really, really, really late. My buddy Sean that I was talking about, the one that sent me all the pictures. Everyone's saying hello to Poe. Oh boy, I'm like 10 minutes behind. Save it for the new Beat 'em and Eat 'em, Poe. Poe loves Beat 'em and Eat 'em. AF is super good. I have Paulista, but haven't started it yet. Mike's Gaming Gala has a great video showing you how to play Paulista Avenue Redux. I highly recommend watching that if you're going to get into that game. There is a learning curve. Yes, Mike always has some great videos. I got a top 3 finish since you weren't here, Poe. Way to go, Bart. It always sounds so natural for me to say Bart. I don't know how many people I've told, but for 20 years where I worked, our lead man, his name was Bart. I'll have to watch a replay. I'm sure you did great, Bart. Everyone's saying hello. Trying to get through the end, guys, so we can move on. You did good for a novice, Bart. What would you rate it, Mike? What would be the rating? Casey, the police car that you showed is, Blues Brothers. Now, I was pretty young when that was around, but I remember that. But I can't place the car even now that you say that, but thank you. Paisley Boxer says, I have a Vectrex and a bunch of flash stuff for it. Cannot wait for the Vectrex Mini. I pre-ordered as well. Whatever the big bundle was, I don't mean like multiple minis, but the big bundle that came with the controller, all the accessories, whatever the big one was, that's the one I got. I played it at PRGE, and I really liked it. Poe says, I ordered one of the new AtariAge games last night. I watched videos. Which one, Poe? I'm going to talk about it, but I ordered Dasher and Plan B New Earth. It's a sequel, I believe it is anyway. Last year at PRGE, I bought Plan B Escape Earth. Fun game. I'd love to see something like that, similar on Intellivision. Sean said that was a dev version of PlayStation. PlayStation 2, not PlayStation. Oh, you ordered Dasher. He did say, yeah, I like that game. I played it at PRGE, and I watched Mike's Gaming Gala play it, and I had to get it. Jaguar. I say it like that just for you, Mike. Every time. I have to think about it now because I start to say the different ways. Jagoff-wire. When Mike's around, I say certain things certain ways. It's just my little way of saying, hello, Mike. I see you there. Old Pong is Old Poe's cousin. Yes, you can play with the 2X LS. Guppyzar, what's going on? We still have a lot of stuff to cover, and we're already, oh my gosh, hour 45 in. It won't be too bad, but there's still lots to cover. Trying to catch up on chat here currently. I'm almost there. I never stay up late. Well, it's either That, or you get up super duper early. Sometimes I get up and I'm like, it's, of course, I'm Pacific time, but I'll get up and it's like 5:45 my time, and it's like 4 hours ago Cyrus was live. I'm like, holy crap. Yeah, Police Avenue Redux is intimidating. It does take a learning curve. It is so well done. If you like that style of a game, you must have it. Definitely should watch Mike's video on that if you want to learn how to play and learn what you're doing. I mean, I gave myself a 4 out of 10 for 27,000. So Bart gets thanks for coming out. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that. I don't think it was a kid movie, and I was young. But what year was it? I can't remember. Paisley Boxer says, "Wait, we can just play Beat 'em and Eat 'em on the Intellivision? Man, I've been using my rooftop and have all these restraining orders." Oh man, I see you fit right in with the Intellivision crew. Yeah. Paul says, "I ordered Plan B, New Earth, Stone Age, and Ninja-ish Guy Jr." I did look at that Ninja-ish. I ordered 2 games only of the new ones. I'm hoping I get the red cart for Dasher, but I mean, it's not a big deal if I don't, because all the other stuff besides Intellivision, I play a lot. I buy them if I'm going to play them, or plan to play them anyway. Intellivision, I buy everything. Like Mike always says, if you put an Intellivision name or logo on it, I'm going to buy it. And that's true. I'm not going to lie. But all the other stuff, I have to want to play it, and then I buy it. 1980. See, I was 4 or 5, depending on the month, because that's the same year Intellivision hit full time with a full release. So, I mean, I don't know that I think I've seen it, but I was later. But I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again because I can't recall a lot of it, and I don't know if I'm remembering clips that I've seen or from watching the movie. Eric says Blues Brothers is an excellent film, definitely worth a watch. Yeah, now that I'm in my 50s, I'm allowed to watch that kind of stuff. Stone Age was a contender. I can't even see all that. To beef up my 7800 library, is that what it says, beef up? I've got a stupid little icon in the way. I have the latest game I've gotten for my 7800 would be oh my gosh, Tiger Heli. Couldn't think of it. Won awards. Ben Jones of PlayOn sent it to me. I was there last year at Midwest Gaming Classic. It was and let me take this off there, guys. Sorry about that. Last year it was shown for the first time publicly, and I was playing it before the show started because I was in early. And I'm like, man, I wanted to buy it. They're like, we don't have any for sale. It's pre-order. And I'm like, crap. And then I ended up forgetting about it. And then luckily Ben sent it to me. Johnny says, have a good night, Casey. And everyone in the live chat have to get some Z's to wake up at 4:30 Eastern time tomorrow to get ready for another long shift of work tomorrow. Have fun. Yeah, for me, it's kind of early, but I don't get up quite as early as you, but pretty close. Have a good night, Johnny. Have a good day at work tomorrow. All right, so where are we at now? We went through the Midwest Gaming Classic. I do hope to return next year. We'll see. I kind of want to make wherever Atari and AtariAge or Intellivision like PRGE, Midwest Gaming Classic, I at least want to go every other year. There's a big one in Texas. That one works out for me because I can take the whole family, make a family trip. My wife's mother, my mother-in-law, and all her siblings are in Texas. So if it's anywhere close to that, I can make it work. Go there for a week and a half, spend 2 or 3 days at a show. Good trade-off. So I plan on making those 3. Then once in a while, I'd like to go somewhere that I haven't been, like Korg's. There's other big ones, meet other YouTuber friends and other collector friends, experience something different once in a while. But certain few I want to make on a regular basis. All right, where'd we go here? New sprint feature. So you guys have seen us, and let me get my name off here because we don't need to know who I am anymore. So we got this package, and there are dongles where you can use those controllers with your emulator on your PC, but you can also insert those dongles, and with a keyboard hack file, which I'll show you here in a little bit, you can use these for player 3 and 4 on your Sprint 4-player games. There are several. There could be more coming with this coming out. These controllers and dongles will be made available soon. That is something upcoming from PlayOn. I don't know if it's going to be PlayOn Direct or Atari. I'm not quite sure how that's going to work for that part, but they are coming. So we will get replacement controllers, and we will have the dongles. So FDR for Prez has been working on the code. I also had him code something where I can run a different keyboard hack, and I can use these controllers as player 1 or 2. But for today, I've got everything set up. It's just that you just have to change out the keyboard hack, and you can do a lot of different things. There's a lot of different things you can do as well. He has in his code where I can press enter 1, 2, or 3, and one of them is going to give me run and gun, just automatic in the code for these controllers. It will not work for the built-in. Those are off keyboard, and these are considered joysticks. That will be the main difference. One will do that run and gun, and then one will switch the controller. So like if this one's hooked up and you want it to be player 3 and not 4 or vice versa, you can push enter in a button and change a profile, and it will swap them for you. So I'm really excited. I've tried out World Cup Soccer, which is an original game from Dextel. That game works. And I have tried Ultimate Pong, and I've tried my favorite game, which also is a multiplayer game. We played at PRGE, and it was a lot of fun. Once you get past the menus are a little intimidating, but Fubar is a fun 4-player game. I think you can actually do more. You just can't get that many on the Sprint. So I'll show you guys here in a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to play with my dongle. Oh, yeah. So to do this, I got to call up the family. We weren't sure if they were going to have to leave to go get our cat in the vet, but the cat's staying the night. His name's Cosmo, by the way. My daughter named him. Play. So now we were holding up dinner. We had a little bit ago, we got the call saying that he was going to stay the night. So now I don't know if she's in the middle of dinner, but I told them 5 minutes. They can all come up and play. Just to show you guys that, hey, it's working. Plus, you guys can meet the family for those of you that haven't. Cy, Casey loves a good dongle. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Michelle certainly does. Oh, that reminds me.
Hi, I'm Mike from Mike's Gaming Gala, and this is all Casey's fault.
Love me some Michelle. Then we also got this guy.
This is all Casey's fault!
I remember that one well. We were all sending him super chats and slamming beers, and I had him do 2. It went all down his back and his ass crack and everything. And I never let him forget that. All right, so we're going to load up 4 players. My family's coming in, and we are going to do a 4-player game for you guys really quick. Come on in, guys. We got Robbie. He's too tall for the camera.
Yes,
We've got Arlene with the broken shoulder. Tell everyone how you've been doing, because everyone asks about you.
I'm doing good, and it barely hurts, only if I accidentally have a reflex in my shoulder.
She moves it like this, it's gonna hurt. And my wife Brandy. Oh, we got your little mouse pad over there. I haven't showed that in a while. So what we're gonna do is I asked if they could come up, and then you do this while they're up here. They're gonna see the mic, but oh well. We're gonna do a 4-player game, and we're just gonna show you that it works. Let me move it on over here. It's gonna squish us off there, but
All right, family, squeeze in.
Grab a controller. So the only odd thing is, I don't know if you guys can see the light. When you use the dongles, they both come up as player 1 because this is connected to the dongle and it's showing it as player 1 for that dongle. You're just gonna have to move the disc. You can hold this. Don't move your arm up. And then I have a folder here. I have soccer, which is an original game that was coming out for players, but then with everything happening, they ended up, it's nowhere in documentation, but it does work. Fubar is a fun homebrew. Ultimate Pong is a fun homebrew. So first we'll try an original game, and we'll just show you that it's working. Cartridge. World Cup Football 1985. Nice ideas. Dextel. We're going to play match. 2 players for home, 2 players for visitor. And you're going to see the only downside, there's 2 orange players and 2 of the blue players. So you guys can move your disc around.
Oh.
We 2 orange. One of you is right here.
That one.
So I'm the orange on the left side. The computer is trying to score here. You're going to get confused whenever you're by the same color person you are because you can't tell which one's which.
I think I'm
just
yellow.
got them mixed up.
No, I'm not.
Again.
So we're all 4 playing World Cup soccer, but 3 of us, actually 4 of us, don't know how to play this.
No, I found myself.
Okay. So now we're going to move on. We're going to try another one. And this one I haven't tested. So I saw that it worked and I played, but we're going to go into options, Pong 4, rebound, soccer, squash. There's a lot of options for this one. I don't know which versions do what. Can everyone move?
I don't think I can.
Yeah, I can move.
Okay, only 3 of us are moving. I must have something wrong for this one. So we are all moving. There we go. We're all moving.
Everyone's moving now.
We're all moving. So we are doing 4-player Ultimate Pong.
Me then.
But again, you have to figure out which side you're on, and then you have 2 different.
I'm down.
It's really confusing. Who's what?
I'm not moving.
On the other side with the same one.
Oh, you're on this side?
Yeah.
So the next game we should be able to do a little better because we're just going to be painting, and that's with Fubar. But 4 players working, and that's what I'm excited about because it's going to open up homebrews.
It wasn't working for me.
It stopped, but it. Okay, so Fubar. Basically, this is, and I forget what game this is like. You're going to have a color, and you want to paint as much of the screen your color as you can.
Yeah, I love these types of games.
So this is from Michael Hayes, 2019 Intelab, and it was published by Intellivision Revolution. And I'll show you the box and everything later because that is the Homebrew Highlight for this week. Game settings. Live return. Okay, define player 1. I think they're all set. Let's try. Okay, so you have to find which one you are. I'm number 1.
I'm 3.
Everyone's moving. And you want to paint as you can go over everyone else's. You want to have as much of your color. This is fun to play multiplayer once you learn how to do the menu. And I'm doing this without an ECS with a keyboard hack file and setting up it to run as ECS games. So we're all 4 playing right now. Who's what color?
I'm 3 and I'm
What
green.
color?
I'm
Green? Boy, you don't have anything on the screen.
I'm red. I'm trying to
I
figure
do.
out. I guess I'm yellow
Look, I have
then.
like the middle
Yeah.
of it right there.
So I'm 1.
Oh yeah, I'm yellow. Now it's.
There'll be a player number by your screen.
Is black NPC?
Man, yeah, there are computer players as well.
All right.
I had a pretty good
Black is
chunk of
winning.
blue. And black won, which is computer player, I think.
Yeah. Cheater.
So I know Michael's really excited that 4-player is working on the sprint. And I know we're going to see some other stuff from people. But this is really cool. It's another new feature for the sprint. Just keeps getting better. I mean, it's slowing down because there's only so much you can do. But this was definitely something cool. And knowing that we're going to get replacement controllers with dongles, that will work for emulators on your computers and also player 3 and 4 on the sprint. But you can also, like I said earlier, you can also use these and set them up as player 1 and player 2 if you want to use the controllers instead of the keyboard controllers. I haven't done a lot of testing yet to figure out if they play different. I don't know. Get off me, player 3. Is that you, Arlene?
That is.
That's me. No, I'm player 2.
Whoa.
Yeah, I'm player 2.
Oh, there goes
All right.
my character. That threw me off.
Yeah, that's like an eraser.
Well, what do you guys think? We'll have to play this offline in the living room or something.
How does
Yes.
the black
The
win
paint.
every
We
time?
can set it up though where there's just us 4. But I didn't
I'm
go
just
through
gonna
it. We can
follow
take
the
off the
black.
computer.
My angle needs to be a little bit better too.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming up and showing us. Say goodbye.
Curtsy.
All right. Let me get the camera back down. I think that's where it was. All right. Lots of comments to go through. Let me catch back up with those. Everyone got to meet the whole family at once. I believe that's a first. Pretty sure, anyway. Yeah, Fubar is not easy to get. That took me a while. In fact, I got my copy from Michael Hayes himself while he still had it. I think DJC got one the same time I did. Yeah, Fubar is pretty fun. Like I said, once you figure out the menus, there's a lot of stuff. Once you get that right, the game's fun to play. All my friends are in different states or countries. Hey, what's going on, Michael? Retro Gamer 1977, another channel that you should be following. He does a lot of retro gameplay. He streams at a lot of different random times due to his schedule. But like I said earlier, I'm going to be working on friends of the channel and trying to promote all of the different people that come in here and watch and that I go and watch them. I want to help support all of them, especially if they do in television, but all of them regardless. Michelle has a dongle, so yes, Casey loves a good dongle. Mike. You shouldn't be laughing at that, Bears fan. Post says my oldest brother's birthday's today. He's off grid's age now, and he was in the Navy too. Old and full of semen. Oh, that's great. Well played, Poe. God bless your tolerant and patient family. They are saints. Yes, the wife puts up with a lot, as I'm sure a lot of you know. Four-player at home with the family, very amico. So that game is one that I know they'll like that one. There's other games too. Some of the Pong ones, there's a lot of different versions of Pong on that Ultimate Pong. I know my family, my kids love old games too. I'm lucky. They will play the old Intellivision Atari games. No, not all only or all the time, but they like playing them too. They like pinball. They like VR. They like some of the new stuff. They mostly play the YouTube games. I didn't even know those existed till a little bit ago. They love Minecraft. Robbie likes a lot of the modern stuff as well. We all are Mario fans. Mario Kart, Mario Brother, all the different platformers, Mario Party. Mario Party is a great family game. Just sit back and hang out and play. Sometimes some yelling goes on. The kids get jealous whenever you hammer them. I have no mercy. I don't care if it's my mom, my kid who's just learning how to play games. If you guys ever seen that short where, Dad, will you let me win? And it scrolls over to the dad, and he's like suddenly in a race outfit and shuts and says, mm-hmm, and then hammers the kid. It's like, that's me. I don't let him win. You can email him to purchase this game for $15. You're talking about Fubar. Ultimate Pong is also available from IntellivisionCollector.com. And Fubar is available from Michael Hayes. So definitely reach out. It's a fun multiplayer game. Oh, God, Poe. Yeah, I want a 4-player version of Snafu. We need it. Or a Tron version of something like it. The Tron cycles. 4-player for that style of game. I want that. Splatoon. Yeah, that's the one I was looking for. Splatoon. There are others, but that's the big one. Although the only time I had all 3 of my kids on the channel at once was indeed for the Miko home review. I remember that one. I love it whenever you guys have family members on for skits or just to play and hang out. Split television. This is all on the Sprint. I'm playing with the Sprint. The 4 players, all the games you see. The only time I have my OG console right down here, I can flip a switch, and if I need to use that, I do. But you're watching everything on the Sprint, my friend. Yep. The original oh, my voice. Original hardware needs an ECS or the IntelliPort. And that one, the games are being modded so they don't require the ECS just for 4 players. So you can play pretty much any way you can hook up 4 controllers. If anyone needs any help with any of this, I don't do the coding part, but I know how to make everything work. Sinister Moon, what is going on, sir? Good to see you here. Cool stuff. I hope to buy a couple when I can. Hopefully it's all still available. That was great, Casey. Awesome family. Yeah, they were excited to come up here and be on. Bye, Tiny. Oh, am I that far behind? 5 minutes. Bye, Tiny Casey's and Mrs. Casey. Reach out to me. I missed some stuff. Had to go attend to a rattlesnake. We have those around here. Not so much right where I live, but all over the area here. But yeah, I don't mess with those things. Is that code for when you went to jerk off bar? Oh, geez. Michael, cool. Thanks, Casey. Finally got my OG 6-switch Atari working. Oh, I saw you were working on that. I'll be streaming more Intellivision soon. Got Mission X, Space Spartans, and got the IntelliVoice module. Also got Sea Battle. All great games. I catch everyone when I can. If I'm not there, it's because I didn't see it or I couldn't make it. Yeah, Michael Hayes is Intilab. My dad and I used to play Sea Battle all the time, and he had no mercy for me. I was like 7 or 8, and he would just crush me game after game. That's how you learn. That makes you tough. That's another game I want to see hacked. I want a 1-player Sea Battle with AI, good AI, with different levels. LOL, Mike. No, it was by the gate, and Shelby was wanting to go home. Mike, I haven't even been motivated enough to tend to the rattlesnake in a long... Wait. I haven't even been motivated enough to tend to the rattlesnake in a long time. Nah, that went over my head for a second. I think I might want Fubar. I have company coming. Yeah, that'll work great. You're only going to get 2 players until you get the dongles. You got to have the dongles to do this. If I wasn't clear on that, I am now. Yeah, 2 controllers, 2 dongles, but those will be coming shortly. They're being the original ones, and like the ones I have were only 8-way. They now have them 16-way. New dongles are being sent out. They're going to be tested out, and I'm hoping shortly after that we can start buying controllers with the dongles, and then that'll give us 4-player on the Sprint, and also everyone that wants to use these controllers in emulators. So yeah, definitely coming soon. All right, where are we at now? Boy, this one's taking a while. Cloudy Mountain remake. We are. So there's a thread here, and it's by POD Pod. I don't know if it's POD or Pod. He is working on a remake for Cloudy Mountain. He's adding all kinds of things, and you guys want to see him come on because May 3rd, I'm coming on. Hopefully after Mike's Gaming Gala. I didn't get to set the time on this. It's going to be 3:30. So Mike, I pushed it as late as I could. I'm going to do a special live because he is from the UK, 8 hours ahead of me, and he gave me a small window where we could do a live stream. And so May 3rd, I think it's 12:30 my time, 3:30 Eastern. He's going to come on and tell us all about the game, what he's been working on. I have a current version of the game. I'm going to be playing it, and then we'll ask questions, talk all about it. We'll tell you all about it. And looking forward to that as well. That's another cool game from a very popular title. And I look forward to hearing all about that. I don't know if I think I can play it on stream. So I think one of these times I'll just go live when I can find an opening and actually just play the game. I think that was allowed, he said. I'll have to go back and check. So definitely something to watch for. And if you want to find the AtariAge thread, it is Cloudy Mountain 2 Work in Progress, WIP. And you'll find that there are a lot of pages. It's been going since December of 25. Looking forward to having them on all the way from the UK. Next up, Space Intruders has an update. It was 9 days ago now because I didn't know about it last show. I like to follow this one, Space Intruders. Talked about it earlier. This is a free work in progress. Paisley Boxers. There you can see one of my comments. Very fun shooter, constantly being worked on and added new features. I highly recommend you go itch.io, Space Intruders, download it, try it. You can use it on flashcards, the LTO flash, the back bit, PyRTO. You can play it on the Sprint. That's how I'm playing it. So definitely you should check that out. All right, YouTuber news. Now we're going to switch to something a little sad. I, like many of you, have known Brian Blissett, Coffee Boy, for a few years now. He is basically been doing it longer version for Atari, what I am for Intellivision. He does a lot of interviews, a lot of products, a lot of reviews. He had something like a couple thousand videos, tons of subscribers. And all of a sudden, one day he woke up and his YouTube channel was gone. They said it was spam. What was the other? Spam, and there was something else, but it's like none of which is true. He is a genuine channel, works hard on everything. It's so sad that this can happen. I heard, was it Mike that said AI? Someone could have reported it, trying to damage the channel. And AI just saw something and then shut it down. He appealed it, and I believe it was the same AI, said decision stands, deleted all his videos, everything gone. It's crazy that can even happen, especially to someone so into Atari and legit as BCB is. I don't think he's going to let it stop him. I don't know if there's still a chance. I see a lot of people talking about it. If there's a chance that he could get it back, or at this point, if it's already gone. But I do know he will be moving on and keep going. And I'm glad to hear that, because it's just, and he didn't have it backed up, only a few of the videos. So it's just crazy. I just thought about, man, that would just destroy me. So if you have X, you can, what is it? Tag Team YouTube asking for a manual review of Blissett Coffee Boy's case. If you have X, definitely you should do this. Help him out. It's crazy that it happened. Dark Underdog, before saying Pod is a good guy, POD, I don't even know how you say it. Definitely, yeah, if you have X, tag Team YouTube asking. He's a legit channel, hard worker, been at it for years. It's crazy that someone could even, oh, I don't like that guy, so I'm going to know how to report things and get him taken down, because he's a legit channel, and he's just gone. It's just nuts that can even happen. There are a bunch of us working on things behind the scenes. I have a line on a YouTube partner that may help. Sweet. I hope that it's even possible for him to get it all back, because he didn't deserve that. He spent years doing this for all of us, and as a content creator, even though I'm fairly new, only about 3 years in, it's a lot of work. You put your heart and soul into this, and to just wake up one day and it's gone is just BS. But all right, so BCB, let's hope you come back, buddy. I know you're going to be here anyway, but let's hope you get YouTube back. All right, upcoming related shows. We have Mike's Gaming Gala tomorrow. He is going to be talking about the Neo Geo line, and I'm really looking forward to that one, because I pre-ordered the Neo Geo Ultimate Edition, and man, I'm excited to get that in November, and to see what they do next. to see what games are coming out. They kind of took Neo Geo and they made it affordable for most of the world. I mean, I can afford it, but I don't want to. I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars for your average game. That's nuts. I spend a lot, but I want to have a lot of things, not a few things. And I've owned a little bit of Neo Geo in the past, but this type of stuff, it's all remade. It's like the original stuff. The OG stuff will work with the new stuff. The new stuff will work with the OG stuff. It's just remade, and that's just awesome. And I think it's a great deal. I did the math, and I purchased the Ultimate because if you buy all the games, there's $900 right there. $1,000 for the big bundle, and you get so much more. That's why I chose that one. Now, you could probably just get the console and get some kind of, multi-cart where you have all the games. That's probably fine for most people. These things are huge, too. The cartridges are like enormous. But, yeah, definitely looking forward to that. And then the following week, he's going to have BCB on, and they're going to talk about this whole situation. So that if you're interested, if you're a content creator, you definitely should check it out and find out how this kind of stuff works and what's going on. Hopefully none of us will have to have information on what to do to fight something like this, but you never know. You never know. All right. And then I talked about earlier, May 3rd, I'm going to have a special live stream, and we're going to have Piri on. We're going to talk about his work in progress, Cloudy Mountain 2. That should be a fun one. Looking forward to trying the game. He sent it all to me. I just haven't had time to load it up and give it a go yet. Let me catch up on chat here. Yeah, posted on Rumble. He's going to do a few other things as well, I think. Ballistic has been a friend for a long time. He was a subscriber to me before he even had a channel and passed me up big time. Yeah, he's up there like everyone else. Bo, terrible what happened to him. Yeah, it really is. And it's we got to do whatever we can to help him out. Hopefully it works. Something like this is just nuts. And it also makes you think, it's like, man, I could wake up tomorrow and all these years of work just be gone. It's like, it's just crazy that it can even happen this day and age. Downside to AI, I guess. A real person would have never deleted his channel, I don't think. I don't see how they could have. So, all right. Somehow I skipped the page because there we go. Other Gen 2 news. So I talked about it. I bought two of them. AtariAge and the Midwest Gaming Classic, they released a bunch of games. We're talking 2600, 7800. I don't know if there was a 5200. Jaguar. And they are all here on AtariAge in the store now. They have been for several days now. And here it... Oh, sorry, guys. Hold on. There we go. Good thing I didn't do that for too long. Here is AtariAge store and the Midwest Gaming Classic. They released these. They're also available in the store as of Friday. I set an alarm. I was hoping to get a red version of Dasher. I played it at PRGE, watched Mike's Gaming Gala play it. I really like that game. And I also ordered right here Plan B New Earth. Ninja-ish guy looked fun too. I've heard a lot of good things about Stone Age. And I'm sure a lot of these are fun. I just grabbed two, Dasher and Plan B New Earth. I have Plan B Escape Earth. I really like that. I played it just a few weeks ago, I think, again. And I'll have to play that one a little more before I get into this one. But I don't know how long it's going to take to get them. There you can see the red Dasher cart. I think it's the first 100 people will get the red treatment. I think after that it'll be black. But you should definitely check out AtariAge for some of the new games. And now let's do mail call. So, funny thing, this has been sitting over there for weeks, and I just found it. That happens from time to time in this game room. Thunderchild. Now, I don't know if this one's dead or not. This is not just a fantasy box. This is a game that was a work in progress, and I really like the look of it. Again, the front. It's a shooter, side-scrolling shooter, 1 or 2 players, 4 difficulty settings, huge levels with parallax scrolling for amazing flight experience, many different environments, massive variety of alien enemies and weapons to fight, multiple power-ups, shield, speed boosts, multiple fire weapon, Use points earned to buy upgrades for your weapons, engines, and more. It kind of reminds me of a few different games, but man, does that one look fun. It's like, I need to inquire more about it. And it says programmed by, I don't know how to say this, Jorg Eiswooks, Winterstein, made in Germany. So, yeah, this would be a fun shooter, guys. But this, for right now, is just a box. Next up. Oh, it's got a little tape. So I have been collecting for a while now foreign versions of Intellivision, all the different subsets. You know, you've got German games, you've got Swedish games, you've got Aramat, which are the Mexican games. Oh, I got a Donkey Kong in here. I didn't know that was coming. And it comes in a case. So I want to say this was a German auto racing, and I didn't have that one yet. It wasn't cheap, but I now have it. And I have a Donkey Kong cart. I don't think I showed this. I opened it up because it has my address on it. A new Retro Gamer magazine. It came with a big poster. Let me open this up here. Oh, yeah. What's that from? And we got something different on the other side. And then it came with the Mini Amiga 500 companion, and it shows a ton of stuff on that computer. And of course, I didn't open this one. This was the same person that I bought the auto racing from. I then seen a little bit later, he listed a bunch more. And this is a big collector. I'm not going to name him. I follow his eBay channel. All big collectors, I try to follow their channels because when they sell duplicates or they decide they're not going to keep as much stuff as they once had, I like to swoop in and get the cool stuff that's hard to find. So, I don't remember what version I have is what, but this is chess. These are all games from other countries. Let me get these controllers out of the way here. And my subsets are getting pretty large at this point. There's bowling, Space Hawk. Oh, he has them. I think he has them. This is International German manual sealed Space Hawk. This is International French game still sealed. International German manual. And this one is International German still sealed. Space Battle. I got a little note in there. Woo! Oh, nice. Sub Hunt. And this one is International French manual. Bandai Hockey. Japan game. Ooh, almost dropped one. International Italian Night Stalker. And International German Triple Action. I have a few other purchases similar to these that I need to log and add so I don't buy doubles. And then there's also Activision River Raid Plan of Operation. Ooh, just a manual, I guess. I don't even know what this is too. Atari. Very cool. Thank you. I think that's it for mail call, unless I'm missing anything. Like I said, that does happen. So next up, Homebrew Highlight. We're almost done here, guys. So this was a game we played like Splatoon, and this is Fubar, and this is again from Michael Hayes, 2019, I believe it was, and published by Intellivision Revolution. The complete in box is very hard to come by. If you can find it and you're a collector, I suggest you buy it. You can also buy the ROM. Thanks, Dark Underdog. $15 from Michael Hayes. If you need that connection, let me know, and I will help you out. And it also came, which I hadn't opened this yet. I didn't pull it all out yet. Retro Game Con, Intellivision Revolution catalog from November 2019. I've bought a lot of these catalogs, and once I see them come up and got them from Rev, I don't know if I have this one, so that's cool that that was in there. Here is the Fubar cart. I don't like these. There's the older style that are a 90-degree bend on the label. They almost always pop up. I like the new one where it's like, I don't know if it's 45 on the end. The labels stay a lot better. But Fubar. Here we've got, and I never even heard of this. Fubar. Register your copy of Fubar. You can order additional pair of overlays when you register for $5 in case you have 4 controllers. I'm going to have to ask him about if he still has any. Registration is online, and there's a website. That's for Michael. And then we've got the full color manual and 2 of the overlays. I'm going to have to reach out and see if he still has some overlays. So I'm not going to show it because we played it a little bit ago with the whole family, and I think that would be good enough. But again, that's a fun game. We played it at 4 of us Intellivision guys right at the booth, and it was recorded. Fubar 4-player. It's a lot of fun. Almost done here. Product highlight. And do I have that? Oh, I have the link. Give me 1 second, guys. I have the link, but I don't have it. Do I have it ready to go? No, I do not. It'll only take me a second here, though. Copy it over. Talking earlier about Adon and all the music that he does. He has a website, and I hadn't been on it yet, so I wanted to show it off this week. And you can still order. I have every single game soundtrack. In fact, I see he has them all listed. I'm going to double check, but I'm supposed to have all of them. He does music for a lot of different things. He talks about all of his accomplishments here, interviews. And here are all his music that he's done. MSX, ColecoVision, Sega Master System, Spectra Video. Some of these I've never even heard of. ColecoVision again. Intellivision and Nintendo Switch for Sydney Hunter and the Shrines Apparel. Here, most of these are Intellivision games. There are ColecoVision, MSX. You can see, you're going to recognize a lot of those titles, and the music in those games are from Adon. And here are what you get. These are the game soundtrack CD covers, and they are pretty cool. They're the cardboard type where the CD slides in. He has a lot of them, and they're very good. He does really good music for the games. Oh, you can play some. I will have to try that. So definitely check it out. I need it. If you need this link, what is it? adon.rf.gd. I don't think that's showing up there. adan.rf.gd. And you can get to his website. If you need it, reach out to me and I will send it to you. I'm going to have to make sure that I have all these. I don't want to be missing any. And speaking of that, the latest 4, I have one more set that I can sell. He wasn't able to ship to the States, so I volunteered to help him out, and I shipped them all to the U.S. customers, and I have my own. He sent me 2 extras, but one somehow got one missed, so I have 1 full set, and then I have 3 of the CDs that for $15 each, or the full set for $60, include shipping. If you guys are interested, hit me up. Again, I've got 1 and then 3 of the discs of the 4. Man, my voice is really starting to go. So the 125 gameplay video update. Space Versus came out Friday. I am out of games, so this Friday I need to play some, and hopefully I will have time. If not, I might skip a week. We'll see how that goes. And the YouTube video highlights. I have a playlist, YouTube video highlights, that's showcasing all the other YouTubers. It's all Intellivision related. Go check it out. I have the digital screen controllers. There's a firmware update, and he has a video out talking all about that. And then Cyberfreak is working on a Sprint arcade stick, and it's looking to be pretty cool. And there's a video on that. And I think that's all I have in there this week. But I think I'm up to like somewhere like 80 to 100 videos. I keep them in there. You can search new to old, old to new. There's definitely some fun stuff in there that you should watch if you have a little bit of free time. And again, that's just in a playlist on my channel. Let's catch up on chat and then close it out. Oh, Torso's here. Metal Torso Gaming, another guy you should follow. He does all kinds of cool stuff. VR, old games, new games. Oh, Jeffrey's here as well. Let me get to the top here, catch up. Metal Torso. What's up? Go game, go, Jeff. We did talk about your show Wednesday when Chris was talking about what's coming up on his channel. Talked about Mario Kart. Everyone's saying hello to everyone. Brian F. Hey, Brain. I do that all the time, too. Typing Brian. Comes out Brain. I spit my drink out when Casey said he wanted to make sure he doesn't, but doubles. What? Sub Hunt is a great game. It also I don't know how to play that game still to this day. Sub Hunt, it's one of the games that you don't see a video on my playlist for original 125s because I don't know how to play it yet. I played 4-player Fubar once despite owning. Oh wait, I played Fubar 4-player once despite owning the cart. It was a PRG and I beat Papa Pete, Sean, and Casey. He did. He got lucky too. He showed the registration code. I'm sure Michael can fix that. I didn't even realize what I was showing at the time. Yeah, it's a fun game. It takes a bit to learn the menus, like I said, but that screen looks like sexy time. Neander also sells Melody Runner for $10 for the Sprint package I made for him. Sweet. Mr. Post Style, that's only a couple minutes ago. I have to go back to bed. Thank you for everyone that voted and put me in second place for the People's Choice Award. And sorry, Casey, that tonight didn't work out. Poe, we'll reschedule. We'll get you back on, buddy. You just let me know when. This will be going at least 2 or 3, 4 more weeks. I'm thinking like probably 4. Everyone's saying good night, good night. What was the site that you showed with the albums and bootcamp? It's adan.rf.gd, and that's a Dawn site. Neander, or however you say that. Always Torso, always. Dale says, hey, Casey, great show. I hope your cat gets well soon. Well, hopefully, he should be in pretty good shape after everything going on. Ton of money spent, but everyone loves him. The cat's so freaking loving, and I just couldn't just let him go out like that. When AF Burger Time, DK and Pac-Man on ROM, and DK Jr. and Kangaroo. Oh, buy doubles. I have fat fingers. I don't buy doubles all the time anymore. It gets too expensive, and you run out of room. There's actually lots of Intellivision homebrews that I might be trading or selling just to make room. I don't need. Some of them I have 5 or 6, but those days have been gone a while. Has to be something really special for me to get multiple copies these days, and because I'm branched out. I'm buying different Atari consoles. I'm buying pinball machines and just all kinds of stuff. And there's only so much space and money to go around, and everything's costing me more and more all the time. $1,000 for the cat. I'm gonna be working a bunch of weeks in a row. I'll tell you that. I think I've got everything, guys. I think that's it. I want to thank the guys that came on and did the Astro Smash challenge. I'll get that updated and posted. When I hear from Chris, I'll send out his ROM package or buy it. Sometimes it takes a little bit. I want to thank Aaron for coming on and talking about Frantic. If you guys don't know about Frantic, you should check out the AtariAge store. Some of the links, I think I have it in there as well. Fun game. Can't wait to see where this goes. Also, we talked to Paisley Boxers. He has Space Intruders. That's another great game. Chip Shot 2 coming soon. That game's going to be phenomenal. I'm not just saying that because I'm helping. It really is good. So I want to thank every one of you for watching, all the support, all the memberships. If you're watching it live or on the replay, I'm here for everyone's support. I love talking about Intellivision. I love showing off new things. I love the community, and I just love being a part of it. That's why I do this every single Monday, taking time out of my life, and I can't see that changing anytime soon. So with that, I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully we'll see you tomorrow in Mike's live stream, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
Rise up, get ready for the fight. The Intellivision gamer, shining so bright. Reviews and gameplay, he's got it all from classics to new. He stands tall, interviews and insights. He's on a mission, unleashing the power of retro intuition. He's got the knowledge, the passion untamed. Intelli-rocker burning with the flame. He tunes his stage, says brothers unite. Intellivision gamer, he brings the light with the game console.